First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rekakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect and the sincere Akim, pushing His word, risking their lives, and their freedom to do so. This is our Gms Plaintables camp located here in the city of Philadelphia. Back out here another week to prophesy the downfall of this abominable and wicked kingdom, and to help wake the elect up who have been scattered through the four corners of the earth, mainly here in the Americas, or the so-called blacks, the Latinos, and the Native Americans, and the spectrum birds that reside in other nations that look like other nations, but come from the seed of Jacob, so we can say Shalom. And also a hearty Shalom to the 144,000. We in the hope of the year of Jacob's up, rightfully so. You know, the prophecies are being fulfilled from A to Z. Somebody get Revelation 19:20. Spirit of prophecy.
19 and 10.
The true men of the Lord, you know, the Lord that revealed the secrets to the servants of prophets, we're able to go forward to the scriptures from Genesis to Revelations and bring you the proper understanding of these prophecies.
Yeah, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that had the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy."
The testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. And that's what the true men of the Lord are. We are constantly in the spirit of prophecy, going into these scriptures day in and day out, telling you when World War III is going to happen. You know, famine, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places, volcanoes, you know, Jacob's trouble, you name it. You know, we bringing it out week in and week out. Somebody give me Matthew 24 chapter.
Yeah, that's
This is Luke 21 and 36. It says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass."
Watch always and pray so we can escape the dangers that's coming to pass. And the Lord said, He said, watchmen on the walls of Jerusalem, they shall never hold their peace day nor night. So we got to watch and pray, because if we don't watch and then we can be susceptible to judge too.
So and to stand before the Son of Man.
Well, to stand before the Son of Man, because only the elect is going to be able to stand before the Son of Man. Two-thirds of our people are going to get judged on this side, but then we're going to bring them back to our Lord on the next side. See? So we hoping and praying that we number them on the elect.
Well, it's written that all must appear before the judgment seat of the Heavenly Father to receive according to their works, whether they be good or whether they be evil. So that's why the scriptures tell you in the book of 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, that where shall the unrighteous and sinner appear when the righteous are going to scarcely be saved? So the only way you're going to truly be saved is, first and foremost, you got to be an Israelite. But then not only an Israelite, you got to be an elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who has that the Wah that's written about in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, which means you have this truth, you have the faith, and you have the names of our power, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, written within your inward parts, okay, within your mind, within your spirit. That's the way you're going to hopefully receive salvation if you're of the elect of the nation of Israel. Because we're all going to appear before the judgment seat. You're going to have those that are going to be taken by the fire, but then you're going to have those that are actually going to pass through the fire. The men that are going to ascend into the heavens, okay, to be gathered together, the elect that are going to ascend and meet with the other members of the elect who may have passed on in the spirit as it was their lot, because they're going to be the first ones in the chariots. Well, we're going to collectively meet each other in the air, Lord's will, if we're part of that number. But what dictates that? If you are of the elect, if you're an Israelite, if you got this truth really in you, and ain't no man, ain't no spirit, no entity besides the Heavenly Father that can withdraw himself from you or this truth. So the elect ain't going to lose their integrity. If you're a member of the elect, you're going to walk this walk, no matter how many times you may fall, stumble, right? We all come short. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is measuring things through faith. And then those things that we believe, we also commit in doing as part of performing. We have the burden of performance upon us. The rest of the world, they have the burden of receiving their works. But the works of darkness that they do, they're going to receive a missile or famine. All right? So all types of judgment is coming, but the point is, we're all going to appear before the judgment seat of the Heavenly Father. Whether our works, our deeds be good in His sight or acceptable, as the scriptures say, or if they be evil. you're going to receive a reward.
This is Ecclesiastes 12,
Is the audio okay?
verse verse 14. It says, "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, and every secret thing."
Brothers, try to speak up, you know. Not that you're not speaking loud enough, but just with the elements and background noise. Go ahead.
So I'm going to read this again. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. It says, "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, which with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil."
Yeah, break it down, brother. Go ahead.
Because that's why you're supposed to shoot yourselves in righteousness and reap mercy. Because if you're out here doing wicked deeds, you think you're hiding from the Lord. Anything that you do, whether it be under the bed or in the closet or in the light, the Lord see and hear it.
Right. Whatever your intentions are.
Yeah, so that's why you gotta sow yourselves in righteousness and reap mercy.
Okay, I want to get this one real fast for you. This is the book of Isaiah, the book of Jeremiah.
Right, and if you lack in anything, this is why you're supposed to pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You're supposed to pray to the Heavenly Father through the Son for the things in which you may lack. The James goes into that. All right? If you lack anything, ask of him. So there's a proper way in which, let's say you're sincere, but there's certain things that you're falling short of, where you're supposed to pray for the strength to overcome that. And if you're sincere, all right, the Lord is going to impart in you that understanding or the wherewithal to perform. The Most High is not unrighteous to those who call him. It says that, was there any confounded who put their hope and trust in him? Right? You seek out the men of old. They actually put their whole trust. But the question is are you putting your whole trust and faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? There's a benefit. There's a benefit to putting your trust, hope, okay, in confidence in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Rakakwadush. The outward man may perish, but the inward man is renewed. Okay? But in this world, it's the polar opposite. What happens? You see people thriving on what appears to be thriving on the outside, but they're completely fucking dead. From the neck up, they're dead. They don't have one original thought. They can't think for themselves. They're not rational individuals. They can't fucking put things together. Right? So they're gone. They're lost. They're among the walking dead.
Yeah, that's the scriptures talk about. It said, "First be the man that trusteth the man, and maketh his flesh his own." If you put your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he's not going to forsake you.
That's right. That's right.
This is Jeremiah 11, instead of verse 10. And it reads, it says, "They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused my words." It says, "And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their forefathers."
There's 2/3 of our people are split neck and rebellious nation. We're not going to follow it to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We're going to follow it which is basically the nasty Esau. See, the scriptures speak about ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of his ways they shall do. So 2/3 of our people is going to walk after unrighteousness and basically be judged for it. Right?
Yeah, they're not concerned with prophecy. They're concerned about the whole shit like Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. You know? How, Kendrick Lamar represented the West Coast. You know?
I didn't know this.
He's speaking for the culture now. You know? Which, what the fuck is hip-hop culture but nothing but death anyway, in a nutshell. All right? Now, I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar ain't talented. Of course he's talented. All right? But it ain't the right message. So at the end of the day, what is it? If you speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in you. So ultimately, there's no righteousness or edification going out. Everybody should be putting their focus in on prophecy, because that's what's taking place. These different judgments, that's what you got to be talking about. That's what should be trending right now. But like the brother said, you will do the works of your father, the lust of the flesh, right? Because that's what Esau promotes. Sensualism. Being sensationalized. Everything's, got to be played on you got to play on your appetite. So that's what Esau does. It plays on your appetite. Yep. Whether it's through music, entertainment, like the brother shout out to the brother Judah, the elder brother Judah from the main camp. You know, he went into how back during the time of Rome, you had your bread and circuses.
Yep.
Now what you have is welfare and entertainment. It's the same thing. It's just repackaged. You know, so our people are destroyed. You know, for the different ways that are out here, the ways of the flesh that are out here. They're not correcting nor reproving their works, and they're gonna receive. They don't repent. They're gonna receive judgment for that.
Yeah, because the scriptures talk about wisdom should not enter into a malicious soul. So 2/3 of our people, they can't dance to the song we sing.
Right. You got lots of distractions. You got money. Okay. You got women. Okay. Being caught up with the affairs of this life, being interwoven. Okay. With the different aspects of so-called life. You know, you gotta reassess when you come into the work. When you come into the faith, you gotta reassess priorities. Because what was once important to you, when you didn't have this truth, no longer is as important. It takes a fucking back seat, man. Real talk. They ain't not fucking more important than Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Scriptures tell you they're not even your own life. And that's something you gotta live. That's not. We say that. Right? And we know that the scriptures talk about the burden of our Lord is light, but it's still a burden. And it does come with obstacles, and it comes with challenges, and it comes with adversity. It's not for the faint of heart. Most High could take everything from you and still expect you to get up in the morning or whatever time of the day and perform for him. Because that's what we're on the front lines of this battle, man. And this is indeed a fight. Go ahead, brother. Matter of fact, you get plagued even more in the flesh the more you try to provide for the spiritual well-being. But we still getting stronger nonetheless. That's why I quoted, we, you know, on the outward man perish, which is true. But inwardly, we're being renewed, right? We have that hope in the kingdom. We in the mindset of, listen, if push come to shove, guess what? We willing to die for this thing. We've already settled it in our minds. Okay? We gonna hopefully do this thing into the very end, whether it's we make it to a chariot or we pass on and wait for the end of this place in the spirit realm.
Yeah, the dead in Hamashiach. Yeah.
That's right. And that's dedication. Go ahead, brother.
I mean, real quick,
Of course.
Spirit, we talked about that before, about carrying your cross.
Yeah.
And a part of that is like carrying your cross is a burden.
Yes.
You have to bear while you're in this flesh. But what it does, the purpose of it is to make you yearn for the kingdom of heaven more.
Yep, that's right.
You know?
That's right.
At the end, you don't want to carry the cross, forever.
Right.
You know, it's for an extended time, but carrying that cross in this place, America specifically, and throughout the birds, throughout the four corners of the earth, whether your burden may be illness, whether you're dealing with an evil ass woman,
Right. Mental, all those mental battles.
Yes, big one. Mental
Yes,
battles, man. You know, all these things that brothers gotta
Endure,
carry
yeah.
their cross. It makes you yearn more for the kingdom.
That's
of
right.
heaven.
That's why, that's why the scriptures say, surely oppression make a wise man mad. Specifically a wise man, because a lot of our people, man, they're numb to all the bullshit and they pacify themselves and just create it as normal, right? Or is this normal shit? Like, no. As a wise man, we understand this oppression is not what we should be going through. As as kings of the earth, we know that this is not the end all be all. We know that there's a kingdom to come, so we know that we're not going to settle for the shit that this world has to offer, the lust of the world has to offer.
Right.
So that's why this oppression, when it comes, it makes us mad. It makes us, like you said, earn for a kingdom to come, right? Surely the new heaven and new earth, right? So we earn for that. We want that to come. So all of our people really are in the mindset of just pacifying themselves. That's why our people want, smooth things talk to them. Lies and deceits. Don't tell me about all this stuff. I don't want to hear about it. I just want to stay ignorant. Our people willingly want to stay ignorant, of this other things.
The today, the Lord Yahweh said in Matthew 10:38, says, "He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me."
Yeah.
So you're not willing to carry your burden, whatever it may be. Like the verse said in spirit, you could lose everything. And the Lord will still require you to take up your cross and fucking walk, man.
Yep.
And if you're not willing to do that, you're not worthy of Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
Okay? Because he's requiring us as men, as the ground troopers in the spirit, all right, to push forward, man. Okay? We have an obligation to continue to push forward no matter what situation we're in. And like I said, that cross, if you don't want to carry your cross, ultimately you're willing to be complacent in this world, man.
Yeah.
All right? And the verse said you pacify yourself with the pleasures of this world, and instead of like the verse said, pitting priority over pleasure.
Yep.
That's what God's been doing since the Lord gave us this truth, is what priority, which is this word, over pleasure.
Yep.
Give yourself the pleasure will lead you down a wicked path.
Right.
You know, eventually.
Path to self-destruction. That's
Yeah.
all you're doing.
It's the same. It's the same reason why Paul, likened this to a race. Basically said that we all run, the race to receive a prize. Like there's a lot of things. If you wanted to go to the Olympics as an Olympic runner and place gold, man, you got to put all that pleasure and all that wants and desires that you want to do to the back and put that work and dedication and effort to receive that prize, right? So there might be things that you want to do that's not conducive to winning that race, but you got to put that aside because you also know that you want to win the race, you want to receive that golden reward. So you have to put a lot of things that you might want to do, like maybe as you're practicing and training, maybe you say, I don't want to train as hard today, but you say, no, fuck that, I'm gonna train harder now. That's what that's why Paul likened it to a race, because you have to put that effort in, put that that stride through, all the way through and see it all the way through so you can receive that golden reward,
Well,
that golden medal.
You got to finish it to the end.
Yep.
You got to finish it to the end. Otherwise, you get disqualified.
Yep.
You don't get the prize.
Yep. And the idea of this thing is to,
So that goes into commitment.
Yep. And the idea of this thing is to do it, at the ultimate best you can do it, right? You want to serve the Lord at the ultimate best. You don't want to be subpar when serving the Lord. That's why it says.
Well, let's go into what our absolute best is. Get Romans the 12th chapter.
You got, seek the Lord 10 times more. So that's the spirit you got to come in. You got to come in this thing to,
Right. This applies to us. This applies to everybody referring to themselves as an Israelite,
Yep.
man or woman.
Yep.
Each respected to their position, but this applies across the board. If you're calling yourself an Israelite, proclaiming to be a part of the faith, all right? This isn't unique to just one man, all right? You part of the body. This is a requirement.
Yeah, there's a cost to be. You got to count the cost.
You got to count the cost. You got to count the cost. That's right.
I got the scripture.
Yes, brother, go ahead.
This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
So the brother talking about the best. You got to give your all. That's your all right there. Literally presenting your body as a living sacrifice. That's what we are to the Heavenly Father. First of all, we in debt to Yakalba Page to begin with.
100%.
That's why the opening started with, by the mercies of the Lord, we present to you. Okay? That's the same position that we're in. By the mercy of Yakalba Page, we are standing here before you, okay, to deliver this message, to deliver the good word, to deliver the good news, to defend the gospel.
That's right.
Okay? And in hopes of having salvation bestowed upon dedication. Okay, simultaneously, we're sowing them seeds. Brothers are watering. Brother going into a particular topic, but Spirit jump on that brother. Now he watering because, hey brother, I got a precept for that. It's being nurtured. Okay, and then your mind is cultivating a mindset, or supposed to be adapting a mindset. Okay, this is what I gotta work on. This is what I gotta improve. I gotta put my focus more on this. Or my body got to be presented as a living sacrifice. Well, that changes the whole game. I got to really get more serious. Because that's what this thing is. It's deadly serious. It's the elder apostle Paul would say. As a matter of fact, the book of Proverbs, the 4th chapter tells you to not let wisdom go, for she is thy life. Your life is actually dependent on this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, but whether you're really about it, man.
This book is nutritious.
Oh, that's right.
You gotta constantly get your nutrients. Just like you eat regular meals each and every day.
Yeah.
You have to get the same thing with this Bible. When you get these scriptures, you're supposed to devour these scriptures.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to devour them what? In your mind.
Right. Well, the more you get active in the scriptures, the more you are spiritually exercising, okay, your ability, the gifts that the Lord gave you, right? And your skills. You're sharpening your sword, essentially.
Yep.
Cultivating your skills, and that's what this is about. So we present our bodies as a living sacrifice. But the only reason why we're able to stand here before you and even tell you this is by the mercy of Yakalba Page. And if you're receiving it, that's because of the mercy of Yakalba Page. So what more would you possibly give to the Lord? But the essence of your being. Because we fall short anyway.
Yeah.
We're not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'll be the first one who came and say I'm not worthy.
That's right.
I fall short every single day. But there's something in me that the Lord has put there say, you got to get up, man. You got to read. You got to prophesy. You got to talk to this brother. You got to get active in the spirit. You got to do these things, man. You got to keep going, bro. I know you're tired. I know you hate this place. You know, you're sick of going to work. You're sick of the headaches and the mental parts of, because we all deal with our different mental battles, right? We're carrying our crosses from brothers, like they said, they got ailments, okay? Now, to some degree, we all got ailments. Yeah. Back problems, leg, muscle problems, cramps, tendonitis, arthritis, joint, and we trying our best because we actually take care of ourselves, all right? We actually apply what the scriptures say about taking care of your diet, right? Care for his meats. We actually implement those things. But at the same time, because we're under the curses, we got these, we're going through the furnace of adversity.
That's right.
We got to be challenged on these things. And that helps build character. But every day, we still got to show up.
That's right.
Presenting our bodies a living sacrifice, brothers. It says what it means, too.
Because the point here, that, like you said, brothers, that by the mercies of the Lord,
sure,
which goes also,
right,
like you said, the spirit of being diligent, right?
Yeah.
With the mercy of the Lord, you ought to be diligent, and then we go into that word diligent, and it goes into earnest. Earnest means a deadly or grave, serious attempt.
Damn. Right.
So when you have an earnest attempt at something, you're deadly serious.
Right.
So it's not, it's in the spirit of the Bible says, like, this is a deadly serious thing, man. Our lives are on the line, literally.
Yep. Yeah.
And if we don't perform, like you said in the spirit, there's a judgment for not performing. And you got individuals who were once with us, who are no longer performing. Best believe when the Lord brings that judgment, they're gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
For not showing up.
Salakia, as a matter of fact, it says that the servant is going to receive more stripes. Right? So it's your judgment ultimately is going to be harsher if you knew about it, but you essentially chose other things before teaching the truth. You're going to have a harsher judgment, harsher sentence when it comes down. So it's imperative, right, to do the work. It's imperative, man. It's important for your sake. And what about if you love the Lord, right?
Feed my sheep.
You got to feed the sheep. You got to feed the sheep, man.
Yeah, the scriptures speak about warning the wicked and the righteous to remove the blood off your hands.
That's right.
You just can't have this truth and just sit it under a napkin and think that the Lord gonna have mercy. You know, He gave you this truth so you can go out there and warn the wicked and the righteous.
And if you're not diligent too, you can blow out your candles.
Right. That's true. As a matter of fact, a part of being diligent, okay, like the brother mentioned the word earnest, another word that comes to mind that's synonymous is persistent. You got to be persistent. It's something that it reoccurs, right? Like in the sense of occupation, right? You constantly got to be there no matter what.
You can get fired.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Hey, you don't want the Lord to give you those walking papers, man. You don't want the Lord to terminate
Get a
your
job
contract.
with somebody
I was
else.
watching a woman had on television these fishermen. They go out to the boats and they catch, different, and they got to weigh everything out. When they had this one dude, he basically was giving everybody a hard time. Then he was showing up drunk, and they said, listen, man, we ain't dealing with this shit. You're cut. So he gave him, they gave him a sweatshirt. He goes, oh, that's a nice shirt. He goes, enjoy it because it's your last one.
Damn.
And he goes, don't let me go. He goes, you really gonna ask that? You see your behavior around here? Dude, you're drunk right now.
Damn.
He goes, look at me in my eye right now and tell me you ain't drunk. Yeah, I've been drinking. So you're a liability. Get off our shit. Get off our boat. That's just a physical, representation or example. Okay, really, you gotta show up, committed, but you gotta also be doing the right thing. Okay, you gotta be making that effort to do the right thing.
Persistence is because there's two sides of everything. Persistence is the righteous form of stubbornness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can be stubborn, but in a righteous way, which is persistent.
That's right. Yeah.
But then you can also be stubborn, also be, as we say, hard-necked and not listen, like the dude who was drunk being stiff-necked.
Right. And it's not like he wasn't told. They said they gave him warnings and everything. But he didn't. Look, that's why there's an expression. You either shape up or ship out.
Yep.
And the scripture's about to go into that because there's a way that the Lord wants us to conform. All right, and that's essentially what we got to do. We actually got to conform to the way of Yakalba Page. We got to take his mold, his shape, and we got to measure things through his expectation. You know, what does the Lord want from me? Not what I want, not what this person wants or what she wants, and no, all that takes a back seat. Now we know brothers that got families, all that. Yeah, we take care of our priorities. But what is the main priority? First of all, what is causing that situation in the first place? Yakalba Page gave us everything. Why the hell would I put something that really could be taken away from me at any moment? Furthermore, was given to me by Yakalba Page. Why would I be putting that at the forefront? That doesn't make sense, man. To a spiritual man, remember, spiritual man judges all things. He who is spiritual judges all things. So when you actually have an analytical mind and you put things under scrutiny, you're weighing things out in the balance, you come to these conclusions. Wait a minute, that doesn't work. Go ahead, brother. And we still got to finish. But go ahead. Yeah, you're good though. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 9 to 13. It says, furthermore, Yahweh spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. So going into Jake being stubborn.
Yeah.
Naturally, our people are stubborn, but you can be stubborn in righteousness for the Lord.
Right, because the scriptures say, give him no rest. That's an example. Being persistent. Yeah.
Talking to the Lord like, Lord, please give me out.
That's what the Lord wants. The Lord wants you to beg. The Lord wants you to plead. The Lord wants you to show forth your faith through your actions. And that comes in the way of prayer, comes in the way of fasting, doing the work, taking care of the brothers, right? It comes in those different forms.
Because the Lord played Israel to two animals. If you really think about it, he's like the ox and the ass know their master.
Yep, that's the scripture.
These are two hard-working animals.
That's right.
Okay. So Jake, they work hard, and whenever they put the thing, their mind to something, they do work hard. But their mind right now is in the wrong place. So you have the men of the Lord. I always like to, if you look at the attributes of an ox, or specifically, one of the characteristics is trustworthy and persistent. That's how I remember you said persistent.
Right.
As these animals are hardworking and they'll continue to work until they basically perish. Until they physically can't move. So that's the same thing with the men of the Lord. Going back to the Romans, the 12th chapter, real fast, and read it for you again. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that we present our bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable.
Holy, so that, wait a minute. Holy, meaning what? You make yourself separate. That's right. So you got to distinguish between the clean and the unclean. Between what the Lord wants, what you want, everything in between, what's supposed to come first. That's part of being holy. Separate. Standing out.
Yeah, because they say two-thirds of our people, they're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. So actually, they working out their own instruction.
That's it. Yep.
We working for our own salvation. We don't need to believe.
Jake is stiff-necked for their job. They were like, you just like, hey man, I'm a little short on change. Nah, bro, you gotta put it back. Stiff-necked for them, persistent for them, but not persistent for the Lord. It shows you where their mindset is. It shows you our people naturally, again, when they put their all into something, they go all out.
Right. Well, they do things, but they don't do it according to knowledge. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge.
Finishing himself, it says, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
That's our reasonable service. You know?
There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
The Lord is not going to put nothing that you can't bear. He will assist you while you're making your body a living sacrifice. You just got to trust him. You just got to know that he's going to aid you. No matter what you're going through, no matter what it takes, you put your hand to his plow, he's going to assist you.
Right. And there's levels to adversity. So, it could be really, really hot at one moment, and then the temperature get brought down.
Yep.
Right?
It's in the spirit, because I was thinking about it, even like this past week, I guess a little test in the spirit, I was looking for some work, and I was stressing really bad, really, really bad. I'm like, no, I've been here for a week. I can't find it, and things is not going through. And the spirit, my brother calls me and tells Slot, my aunt doesn't really know about you, you know, in the world. She sends me a scripture out of nowhere.
Oh wow.
You know, and not in just any scripture. It was in the KJV, man.
Damn.
And telling me basically just to thank the Lord for what you have. He's gonna provide. The Spirit. That's what I did. And the Lord didn't provide me with a job the same day.
Yep, yeah, there you go. That's
You know?
beautiful. Call like about Shemashah, yeah.
To the point that where the Lord brought me to that, to where another brother calls me. He's going through the same exact shit, man. So I can now tell the brother the same thing that the Lord has me go through. Like, hey, thank the Lord for what you have, and the Lord's gonna provide. And the brother's like, yeah, because you gotta remember, we're doing the Lord's work. The Lord's not unrighteous to forget your labor of love.
Oh, yep.
He's gonna provide for you in your personal life if you're doing all you can to his ministry, man. And that helped the brother. Next to know that the brother was comforted and he got what he needed, man. So it shows you, man, once you put your all in for the Lord, like we read in Romans 12, first verse, once you put your body as a living sacrifice for the Lord, the Lord's going to then output for you. You know?
Yep.
You got to first give the Lord. It's a give and exchange, man, at the end of the day. And that's what you got to give to the Lord and give back to you, man.
Yeah, that's someone should actually get that precept. It says that the Lord isn't one to forget your labors and something like that. He said it right. I would get it verbatim because like that's the thing. Like when you work your ass off at the job, they're gonna give you that paycheck at the end, right? So it's like the same thing. Like the Lord is a man of His word, right? And He shall not, go back on. So He gonna give you that reward and in that due time. So you put that effort and put that work in, even if it feels like you're constantly when you're down, you're constantly getting beat down. It almost feels like you're constantly being punched down on when you are down. But as long as you keep trusting the Lord, you will receive a reward, right? You just keep praying and trusting in the process and trusting in Yakalba Page. You'll start to see yourself, the Lord lift you up, because He's seeing that when you're down, you're still calling upon Him. You don't lose that faith, and that's what the Lord's looking for. The Lord's looking to build your faith up.
Well, yeah, I want to go into that word logical before we move on too far. Real quick, for that word reasonable in Romans, the 12th chapter. The Greek there, and I'm going to go right to the point, and I'm going to go into the root. It says spiritual or pertaining to the soul. Okay, agreeable to reason, following reason, reasonable, logical. Going to the root, logos, and it says decree, mandate, or order.
Yeah, sometimes you can be catching hell so long that you get used to catching hell, and as soon as you get over to the reaper room, you question whether the Lord is dealing with you. Like, yo,
Right.
why it's not feeling like something fucking?
Yep.
Is the Lord still dealing with you?
Yeah.
That's because you got comfortable. You got comfortable being uncomfortable, and you want the Lord to continue to chastise you.
Yep.
Because you know once the Lord is chastising you, He's dealing with you as He's dealing with sons.
You said reasonable service, and we went to the logic.
Yes, sir.
If you really think about it, in truth and in spirit, we owe the Lord. So it's 1 + 1 = 2. The Lord made a sacrifice. You will have to make a sacrifice too at the end of the day.
Well, the servant is not above his Lord.
Yep.
That's why it says here in the root logos for logikas, the root is logos, which means one of the definitions there, I'm not going to read all, but going to the point, means decree, mandate, or order. Remember, obedience is better than sacrifice. We got to be obedient unto the ways of Yakalba Page. Part of our obedience is presenting ourselves a living sacrifice. Basically, we're just tools and utensils for Yakalba Page's pleasure. We just hope that it's the right side.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
So,
Yeah, and we hope that He continue to use us until He come back and make His second coming, come and deliver us.
that's right.
Because it's been many men that came out here on these highways and byways and pushed forth this word for a short period of time, and they were taken away. And now they're preaching these wayward doctrines.
Right. We hope that the Lord turns us from fishermen, which we in the state of a fisherman right now, the spirit that we brought that out as a little example too, just thinking about it now. We're in the spirit of fishermen. So we doing the work, we part of the Lord's business. Okay, we're part of the Lord's enterprise. So we've been hired, okay? We're hoping to receive that penny ultimately. and then eventually we're gonna get a promotion. Eventually, the Lord gonna promote us from fishermen to hunters, right?
The difference is the fisherman, he got to be patient, he got to be brave.
Oh man, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
sometimes he might not get no damn bite.
No,
A hunter, he don't gotta wait for it. He just go outside and just,
that's right.
you know, go for it.
He gonna take what's
I gotta read
rightfully
this.
his.
I gotta read this precept.
But
And
you could read about that in Jeremiah the 16th chapter. But we in the life of a fisherman, like the brother said, it's rigorous work. Hey, them seas is choppy.
Yep.
There's so many things you gotta consider. Hey man, that's a hard job. And remember, the men of the Lord before they became fishers of men, they were actual fishermen. Okay, they were doing that same rigorous labor. We were in the same stead, but we fishing for whoever the elect is. You know.
Can I read this?
By all means.
This is beautiful. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11. I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, there is one that laboreth, and taketh pains, and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind. So, you know, this man does it all. He's constantly working, constantly doing everything, but still behind, right? It says, again, there's another that is slow and hath need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty, yet the eye of the Lord looketh upon him for good, and set him up from his low estate, and lifted up his head from misery, so that many that saw it are marveled at him. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. So you gotta understand that, like, no matter what, like, everything comes of the Lord, whether it be, you know, in your low estate, whether it be poverty, whether it be riches, it all comes of the Lord. You know, and there's men that, like, constantly are out there grinding and all that the Lord ain't dealing with, and they're always behind, right? Then there's us that, you know, like, we try our best, we do the very, you know, we got a very low job, we barely make our rent and all that, but the Lord look at our miseries and all that, and will lift us up. That's why, you know, the Lord sometimes, you know, throws you a bone or or two, and you get a better paying job, and you're able to kind of, you know, I wouldn't say prosperity, but you get in that, you know, you get in a little bit higher estate, and it feels good, right? And you know, but you know it comes of the Lord. And that's the thing, like, we understand that all things are of Yahweh Shema Shai. He's all powerful and is all giving, whether it be giving good or giving bad. It says, verse 15, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and the way of good works are from him. Error and darkness had their beginning together with sinners, and evil shall wax old with them that glory therein. The gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever.
Because it said, Brother Ray, because it said a little bit earlier too, that what the one that's in a fucked up predicament, ultimately the Lord's gonna lift them up.
Yep.
This is somebody who's constantly grinding, and he's not all this, you know, his, you know, the grinding culture in this society. He's always grinding, but he's found wanting, man. Versus the man of the Lord who's destitute, but the Lord will end up picking him up, and that's what you see right now with the brothers, man.
Yep.
Is that we're not like these people in the world where we got somebody that might be well off, but then most of Jake is living paycheck to paycheck at the end of the day. You know, but what? We still well off because the Lord is providing for us, and that's why I want to get it, brother, for you real fast, if you don't mind, the Hebrews 6.
If I could just read one more, just a little bit more to this. This is 11 and 18. It says, there is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pinching, and this is his and this is a portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods. And yet he know not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die.
That's also talking about the children of Israel too.
Yep.
Because we laboring, we filling our pockets up, but they got holes in it.
Yep.
Other nations is looking at us like they'll never get out of position. That's why when you go to wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter, they say we fools and count his life as madness, and his end to be without honor. And the Lord is going to deliver those who are not scared of broken heart.
Yep. Exactly. And that's the thing, like, you know, and I think James talks about that too. Like, you don't realize, like, you labor and you're doing all this thing for all this stuff, and you finally got enough saved up, and you're like, man, I'm good, like, I'm living off this. And that same time you have that thought, thinking that, you know, you did all you did, the Lord fucking takes your life, and where does all that stuff go to? To people around you, you know? All that shit you built up, you know? For what? You know? For an unrighteous reward, really. It says, your precept is verse 20, be steadfast in thy covenant, and be not conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor. For an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. So that's the thing. Like when we're down, man, we're down and we're poor. Like we know that we can trust in the Lord because He can definitely build us up. It's all upon the Lord. And that's just, how I want to kind of go into. Basically, like, you got to, like, trust the process, trust the Lord. And even when you're down, like, it don't, whatever you get, you just know that, it's all,
But we're looking to get our daily bread.
Exactly,
As long as we
yep,
get our
yep.
daily bread, we don't really need much else.
That's it.
And you're overcomplicating it if you're trying to desire other things. Now, it's not anything wrong with, from time to time, investing in certain aspects of, whether it be, a car because you need a new vehicle, you want to get something reliable, whatever. That's whatever. But we don't make it the be all of anything. Everything's counted as a loss.
Yep, that's right.
Everything is about ready to be brought forth and be ultimately dissolved by that fervent heat.
Yep.
I'm not worried about nothing else, man,
Yep.
besides that.
Yep.
Everything is centered around that.
Yep. The only thing that's real tangible is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? It says that should be like stability in that time. So that's the only thing that you could really lay your time and efforts in to get the tangible reward back from it. Is that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, just constantly sinking your body, soul, and spirit in these scriptures and in Yakalba Page,
The Hebrews 6 and 10 says, "For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love,
Damn.
which ye have showed towards His name, and that ye have ministered to the saints in due ministry."
Yeah, because the Lord is not like these factory reserve fiat currency bank. When you put your currency in there and then you go back to get it, and you don't have it.
Yeah.
He's going to reward you for your righteousness and your labor of love.
Chase Bank.
That's why I said you store your treasures up in heaven. The treasure is what you cherish the most. So when it comes to this, the Lord's not going to forget that we put our all into His ministry. Like Brother said in the Spirit, our whole being, which is our reasonable service, our bodies as a living sacrifice. Anything can happen to us out here. Anything.
Yeah.
Stuff. But we're willing to make that sacrifice to please the Lord. And when you please the Lord, I remember it's in Hebrews, the 11th chapter, when you please the Lord, ultimately you could be like Enoch, translate.
Right.
Boom. Because it was his testimony that was given that he pleased Yakalba Page.
Right.
So he was translated.
Yeah, remember, there's certain individuals who they don't want to come out here because they're afraid of who might see them.
We just talked about that in the spirit before you said it. We literally just talked about that.
They're afraid of who's going to see them, right? Or they're going to miss out on particular opportunities because now they're associated. Well, guess what? Fuck that shit.
Yep, that's right.
What the hell with that shit? We seeking out the opportunity that's going to come once in a lifetime and never happen again.
That's right. Yep, the deliverance.
We
Yep.
hope for that cover for what the hell's about ready to happen with all these judgments. The collapse of society is going to make way for a lot of death, a lot of evil. Okay? People's whole characters are going to change. And you women are in trouble. The women are in trouble. You weak ass men, you're in trouble, man. And without Yakalba Page, you're going to be in trouble. Major trouble. Big trouble.
Yeah. If you worrying about who the family and friends gonna see you when you come out here, I'll stop from that.
Right. Well, bosses, all that.
The Lord put a force field up.
Yep.
So I used to go downtown. I used to have like anxiety that somebody gonna see me, but it's like one or two people walk past the camp every day and didn't look this way because the Lord put a force field up.
I was just, sitting to the entrance, I looked up and the name worked up.
No, shit. Yeah.
So, and it don't even fucking matter.
It does. It really don't.
Right.
It really
But
don't.
remember, it's the mindset of those individuals that let that govern whether or not to do the work. Well, the Most High ain't giving the weak spirit. What offenses are going to come? Whether it's a relative sees, what are you doing? Offenses are going to come. But are you going to stand firm in your position, bro? That's what I'm saying. None of that matters. We had an actual testimony where me and this particular brother, we were working at the same job, and one of the bosses that oversees our area came walking by.
Yep.
They're slowly strolling
Right.
by downtown.
Yep. And that what
I'm holding the Edomites going to
Yeah.
slavery sign.
I think I was speaking at the time. I think I just got
High as hell, too.
Yeah.
And I'm lower.
I'm just looking at this nigga like,
Yeah. and what makes
see what's gonna happen Monday.
and what makes that testimony specifically like crazy is that we worked 2.5 hours away from the city. So for him to walk of all days, of all streets, of all hours on that street, that just goes to show you that's the Lord, right? But we
didn't get nervous.
yeah. I looked at dead in the face and all he did was give me a head nod. I was like, oh fuck. And then nothing was talked about, you know?
Control the deceiver and the deceiver.
Yep.
Hey, guess what? We went to work Monday. We went to work the whole week.
Yeah.
We
Business-
came back out the next Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know? And that's the mindset, man.
You gotta ask yourself the question: who is the individuals that you're afraid of? Like, who are you afraid of seeing? Why would you be afraid of
Because
certain
people fear
people?
loss.
Like, who?
Well, that people fear loss. Oh, am I gonna lose my job? Oh, my girl gonna see me? I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose my girl.
Man, fucking.
People get afraid, and this is why right now in so-called Manosphere, it's thriving right now. Okay, because of this weak mindset, you got these men now promoting more of an abundance mindset. Don't be fear. If you have to lose those things, it probably was never worth it.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
But that message was here first.
That's right.
That message was here first. That's what the scriptures teach you an abundance mindset.
Yep.
I'm not trying to give them credit. I'm just saying that's why it's thriving, because for so long, men have been fallen to that weak mindset of, oh, I don't want to lose anything. But that's society as a whole. They're afraid to lose. Why do you think so many people took the jab? They didn't want to lose their job. They didn't want to lose their livelihood.
Yep.
They didn't want to be, degraded or reduced to what, would have seemed as shameful.
Yeah.
People were being shamed. Oh, you ain't wearing a mask. Oh, you don't care about nobody but yourself. All this other madness. So people conformed out of fear, but that, I didn't mean to take away from your point, but, go ahead.
Yeah, you gotta ask yourself, who are those people? Who are they? What? Jack, James, John? Dion? Like, who are they? Who are they, really? You know what I'm saying? They're nobody.
Yeah.
So why would you be ashamed to be seen in front of something that's nothing? You know? They bleed just like you. They take shit and they stink just like you. So what difference, or why would you be ashamed to be seen by nothing? You know? His mind is not theirs in the first place.
That's why I said it's offenses. It all goes back to offenses. When a guy is offended, right? Eventually, he starts to make his way, out the picture, because he wants to hold on to whatever image is considered respectable by his peers, and not rather by Yakalba.
They're still attached to this world.
It's still attached to the world. That's right.
And that's a weak man. That's a weak man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To have your confidence and everything based on another individual that is pretty much built just like you.
Yep.
It's like you.
Yeah. Now, if I could add the other side of the coin to this, and this doesn't really need to be said, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Is like that also means like it comes with
Well, actually, listen. They might be similar in some ways, but these people are less than us. That's the reality.
Yep.
They're not on our level. They don't even matter. They don't matter.
It's insignificant. But like, you also ain't gonna go to the job and curse at your boss and call him an Edomite, or say, or call it, a two-third nigga. He's a two-third nigga. Like, are you gonna wear your garment at work? Like, there's obviously, yeah. So really,
yeah. Actually, does need to be said.
Yeah.
Because you do have individuals that go to work with a mindset that they're gonna go out there and cuss out the boss.
Yep.
That devil does this, I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind.
Yep.
They go to the work with with the fringes and all that.
Yep.
They're really being reckless.
Yep.
Yeah, I see a nigga with fringes on. I never see that.
No
nigga
type of
again.
discretion.
Damn.
Like he came and he knew about me. Just to let you know, like people do know about me.
Shit, I was talking, not to cut your testimony short, but I was at the job, and I had to help someone out at the job, right? Just a random ass customer, and he had a sweatshirt on, but underneath the sweatshirt you could see he had a little belly shirt going around with the purple fringe, the fringes, and I'm like, old ass woman talking about, can you tell me what the price of this is? Like, yeah, I got you. I was gonna say something, but I'm not. I wanted to, but I obviously knew not to. You know what I mean?
Like,
that's the difference. There's no reason to say something, right? Especially if the people I work with can hear it. Why would I do that, right? There's no need for it, right?
Yeah, there's time and place.
Exactly.
There's time and place for everything. If there's a proper setting, and we have a platform. We don't need to go in. When we go to work, we go to work.
Yep.
and we keep a level of discretion. That's the wise thing.
Yep,
to do.
yep. Yeah.
It's not convenient. It's really not sensible
Yep.
to go into work with that mindset. You're there to get a paycheck.
Yep.
You know, you deal with the struggle that comes with that. You go home.
Yep. Yeah.
Lord gave us some time and a place and a platform
Yep.
to go relieve that stress and to vent and put it in the video.
That's right.
When we go chop it up with the brother, that's how we deal with that situation. Because all that other shit is new. Do you think the whole kingdom will come down and you curse out your boss?
Yeah.
How does that
Yep.
profit you?
Yep. Yeah, then you got to do
You
that.
already got a
Yep.
stigma on it.
Yep.
Now, conversely, on the opposite end of that, if you keep your chill, right, you keep it cool, you show up, you do what's expected of you, the scriptures talk about how Most High will cause our enemies to be at peace with us.
Yep.
So and that's the more
Yep.
that's
A sensible
the
approach.
better
It's a
way.
sensible
That's the
approach.
better
Yeah.
way.
Yep.
That's the better way.
Mhm.
In all fronts. Go ahead.
Precept refresh.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 3 and 4. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithful." So at the end of the day,
Yep.
see people walk by, family, some friends, people we might know at work. Who cares?
Right.
Because all the unfaithful at the end of the day, they're gonna die.
Right. They're really insignificant.
Like,
Yep.
why are you worried about somebody who's bound for destruction? Like,
Yep.
The niggas
Shit,
gonna
wha-
die in a horrible fashion.
Yeah, why even let it upset you that much, you know? Shit, throw a curse on him and that's it. Call it, call it a day. Listen, pray against this dude, send a curse on this guy because he just fucking pissed me off. And then you don't think about it again. You know, you go about your day.
Well, men fear, because that fear of even being out here comes into the question of, you worried about their own imaginations against you.
Right. It's a lack of faith too.
Yeah, like,
It's really a lack of
what
faith.
if he decides to do this? What if he decides to do? Why are you worried about that, bro? Like, you can't control what another man does. But you,
All you can do is worry about what you're doing, because what you're doing is what matters, whether you're doing the work or not. Man, the fashion of this world about to pass away.
Yep.
But you don't want to get caught up. You don't want to get caught up in the destruction of it all.
Like Noah, if Noah would have been worried about what the people was thinking.
Yeah, he was the object of constant ridicule. No, it ain't gonna rain, man. Why
Yeah,
you wasting your time out?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yo, he was, and can you imagine?
You know how they walk by us?
Yeah.
These niggas still out.
Yeah,
here.
I was gonna say, yeah.
This nigga still building that boat,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I don't know what he, wasting his time for.
Yeah, you know, every
But
day-
He had insight.
Yep.
He had insight. It was counted onto him for righteousness. He actually had faith. The Lord gave me a set of instructions, and them set of instructions is to be applied
For what's about to happen. Forget what didn't happen. It's what's about to happen.
Exactly, yep.
Because people ain't physically able to see it right then and there. I mean, that's an impulsive nature about the flesh.
Yep.
It gotta happen. It gotta happen now. The way the mindset works, it's gotta happen according to the way you see it, not the way that it actually is.
that's right.
No, you can all that. You know?
That's right.
He was under the elements. I mean, hey, they were more, I'd say, a position to strike back then.
Yeah.
You know? Because we're really walking fully by faith.
That's right.
Okay? Back then you had an angel come and talk to you. we operate completely on faith, But we actually believe because of that gift of faith, we actually see what's to come before it actually does. That's the definition of faith anyways. Evidence of things not seen.
Yep.
The substance of things hoped for. That's beautiful. Because in retrospect and in reality, we do see.
That's right.
The word is a living word. Brother opened up earlier with Revelation, the 19th chapter. We are tapping into that spirit of prophecy. Okay? The testimony of our Lord is the spirit of prophecy. So we see all things for what they really are.
Not even just that, because this is all coming full circle. What we talked about beforehand is that there's a video that Pastor Hard just put out of a re-upload of, it said the midnight is almost upon us.
That's right. Yeah.
That was specifically, and in the dream that the brother had, one of the brothers had, he was saying that as the cells opened up in a FEMA camp, and everybody was coming out with confusion, it was only the brothers that heard a voice saying, "Go to the right, exit." Everybody else was confused, like, yo, how did all these doors open up? Only the men of the Lord who had tapped into the spirit was able to hear a voice and tell them, was able to hear a voice to tell them go to the right, and there was an angel at the end of the door to let them out the prison.
Right.
That all comes back to what you tapping into the spirit of the Lord.
That's right.
You know that mindset of trusting the Lord is going to manifest in the physical.
That's right.
Well, like a good example of that in the scriptures is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, where they basically said we ain't worshiping that God that you set up, and we know the Lord can deliver us, but even if He don't deliver us, we still ain't doing this shit. Like we ain't doing it. Like they had the faith that they knew that they could be delivered, but they also knew that if it wasn't, even if it wasn't that, even if they knew that they weren't, they still didn't change the fact that they weren't going to worship that God. He said, look, listen, the Lord could bring us out of that, but even if He don't, we're still not going to worship it. And guess what happened? They got thrown in the furnace, and nothing happened to them. You know. And that was that faith. That was evidence of things not seen. They didn't really. They weren't going to know they were going to be delivered until it actually happened. Once they got thrown in the furnace, they weren't getting touched. They said, oh shit, the Lord, the Lord got His hedge around us. You know, He owned His promise.
Right. They actually were witnessing people being burnt up before they got put in the furnace.
Yep.
You know, people tried to come near it, and it was so hot that you got to imagine that you know.
Hey, listen, we in the flesh. We still gonna have thoughts like, oh, fuck.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
You know, you gotta prepare, because it's all mental preparation at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just that the Lord is overriding those flesh default settings to be like, nah, you gotta be committed to this, whether what the circumstances is. Like no matter how much stress, because we're gonna be put under bouts of stress. That's why the scripture say the righteous shall scarcely be saved. It's also written in Acts 14 chapter that through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom. So yeah, make no mistake about it, we're gonna be put under burden and pressure, but the Lord's gonna give us the ability to override the flesh, to still stay committed to the cause. And that's what they were. They're watching men get burned up before they even got there. And they still were like, we're still not bound down to that sound, to that God.
Yeah, that's right.
The guys that put them inside of the furnace actually died.
That's
That's
right.
what it is.
And they witnessed that. But then again, at the same time, that's like an active faith. That's a testimony to their faith, because here it is, they did witness that and nothing happened to them. You know how good that must have felt?
Yeah.
They had to have felt real good.
On sky high after that.
You guys just disintegrate.
Yeah.
You don't feel that. You don't feel the heat.
Yep. Yeah, imagine looking at Nebuchadnezzar's face when he was like, wait a minute, didn't we just throw 3 men bound? He's like, didn't we just throw 3 men in there bound? Why are there 4 men in there? Why are there 3 men in there unbound and one walking like a son of man? Why are there, what's going on here? And he was astonished. Like, just imagine looking at his face when he's seen this miracle happen. Like, it's good to your spirit, it's good to your soul, and we believe in that, you know?
Yeah, we look forward to the persecution, because it said precious in the sight of the Lord or the death of His saints.
Yep.
So we look forward to the persecution.
Yep. Yeah.
Remember in Acts when they were teaching the word, they went out and they basically got reprimanded to not teach, and they continued to teach, and then they brought them back in and actually beat them, right? They beat the men in Acts, and then they sent them out the way, and they said that they rejoiced that they were able to be kind of worthy to be beaten for the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. So that's the same spirit we're coming in, right? And,
All right, what precepts do we got, brothers? Go ahead.
All right, this is Psalm chapter 13 and 1. It's about This is surely there are men by nature who are ignorant of the Most High, and could not, out of the good things that are seen, know Him that is. Here, damn, that's us being out here on the streets teaching, man. They still don't know. They still don't consider that what we're doing is righteous. You know, if they did know, they'd all be out here lining up, turning corners, pulling up. Everybody's on this corner, man. If they knew what this word truly is, but they take us as a joke, because it makes our spirit to not receive this word. Because it's the congregation of the dead. So he that wonders why the way of understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead.
right.
If it was Jay-Z, Kanye West, J. Cole out here just pushing the word, there would be a whole crowd of people.
Yep.
There would be a whole crowd of people listening.
Well, no. If it was them just whatever doing on their bullshit, they would all flock over here. But if they were actually teaching the word, they would come by like, oh, J. Cole here, and then they would start hearing what he's talking about. They'd be like, oh, fuck that. And they would leave,
he fell off.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but if they were just out here driving some nigga shit, there would be crowds of people. But if J. Cole actually came out here preaching the word, they'd be like, oh, fucking J. Cole, that's my boy. Oh, what the fuck? It's 12 times Israel, man.
Right.
Man, you lost it.
You say I'm a king?
Yeah,
Like, I'm a future ruler? No, the white man is.
Yeah, yep.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
And then the word vain means it says devoid of real value.
Damn.
Yeah, they don't got no value. They like I said, they insignificant. Right? You know? So a person of no value is like dust.
Yep.
And the Lord don't count them for shit. You know? But you know this person also had great gold. Amongst that gold, that dirt. And the Lord will be of that light, you know? Hey.
Well, yeah.
You know, because, you be amongst that shit, that shit's not good. You know, but being around a bunch of niggas and shit, man, that's why I try to separate. That's why you gotta separate.
Yeah.
You know, and being wonderful or polite, it actually also means to be separated, be distinctive. And that's what we are as a body. You know, we are very distinctive men. You know, everybody got certain traits, but it's in the fashion and form of the
It says idle, unprofitable.
Yeah, they're fucking idle. They're not doing nothing. You know, they're not doing the actual work. You know, they pretty much sitting on their arse on a couch or, at a club, drinking drink after drink, or had a bitch sitting on his lap and shit, with a blunt in his mouth, talking shit, They idle. What we doing, we in the scriptures every day. We putting out lessons, we on the internet.
Yep.
We across the world.
Yep.
Whether we on actually your physically screen looking, or you actually coming to arrive in the right in place. We around the world, campuses everywhere.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's how the Lord set it up.
We usually go into the internet wise. The internet is a place where a bunch of communities are in one space.
Yep.
So the fact that we're on the internet and anybody and everybody can access us is another form of you. You got men that will say that they go out, but they don't put their videos up on the internet. Now, I was like, what are you scared for? You scared of somebody? Because at that point, you might be limited to your city if you're just out here. But through the internet, we're not just limited to Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah, might have a Jake over there in Thailand watching our video.
Well,
right
us being on the internet was the fulfillment of prophecy.
Yep.
Matthew's 24th chapter is one that comes to mind, but there's others. But Matthew's 24th chapter specifically and explicitly tells you that this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached
in
all
the world.
Yep. Then shall the end come.
That's right.
Yeah. Then you got these guys that apparently have all this wisdom, all this knowledge, can fucking comment a book on your page about everything you're doing wrong and everything they can do that you should be doing right. Then you look at their fucking page and no videos on it
and they're not,
at all.
And they're not doing it them damn selves.
Yeah. All them lengthy ass comment about what we're doing wrong, but they don't got no videos doing apparently exercising what apparently they do right,
Or what they think is right.
Exactly. Yeah, get that out of here.
It's empty. They're scholars all of a sudden.
Yep. Yeah.
So I just ignore that because they vain. Why even begin?
Answer that full according to his folly, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? They don't know how to properly apply terms.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to do anything because they're not motivated through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They're not operating out of the chief cornerstone. Mm-hmm. They're operating off of their own belly, their own mind.
Yeah.
They're not operating within the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It takes a certain caliber of man, okay, to actually come into this thing. All right? Because the Most High molds you. You got to change everything that you think you know as a newborn babe, desiring the sincere milk of the word. You can't have these different preconceived notions and things of that nature that you believe it's this way, or you feel a certain way, so therefore that's not. No, you got to totally evolve from that. That's why I don't know if we actually got to finish Rome. I know we read some of the points in Romans 12, but did we get to the be transformed by the renewal? Because we still need to get that part of Romans 12. But finish what you got.
It says for the word vain, it says devoid of real value and idle, unprofitable.
Devoid of real value.
Yeah, motherfucker ain't shit. That's basically you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are out of black woman like you ain't shit, nigga.
Yeah,
That's how you niggas is,
Yep.
man. Because we don't remember wisdom is high for food, and what's that? What it say? Riches are too
Commonly for a nigger.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's why they don't got it.
Yeah, they don't got it.
Okay? Because they niggards.
Right.
They Scrooges. They hurting themselves. They don't even want to get it. They don't want to get a plate.
Well, you see the way that niggas deal with real riches.
Right, yeah.
They can't manage it.
Blow
They
it up.
can't manage it. Yeah.
It says blow it up. No.
Okay. One second.
Yeah, you gotta be smart with this. You know?
Yeah, you do.
I
Yeah, you
can't
got
just give it out to everybody. You know?
That's right.
You know? This is for those that's gonna be able to teach others also.
Yep,
you
yep.
know?
Yeah, as quick as Jake gets the money, he loses the money
He already blown the whole
Yeah.
base with shit.
because he's investing it in the wrong things.
Yep.
And that's wait a minute, but that's an example of how when certain Israelites come into the faith, they mismanage the work of the Lord. They do it for filthy lucre's sake.
Yeah.
They doing it for all the wrong reasons, and the Most High gonna deal with the men that operate like that.
I'm on.
Yeah, I do want to finish. Before we go anywhere else, I just want to finish that off so we don't get too far away from the point. Then I want to bring it back to Matthew 24 and start getting into a little bit of prophecy here, whatever the Spirit will allow. But it's kind of the forecast here, Lord's will, Spirit. We'll let him finish. We're gonna come to you, and then, brother, I know you said you holding something, so let's try to operate in that fashion.
It says worthless,
Worthless.
yep, void, and violent.
Invalid. So you
Invalid.
niggas is invalid. Like
Yep.
I can't even fucking credit you assholes. You know? Yeah, so why even care? They don't matter. Right? Your boss don't fucking matter. Like I was at my job the other day and the fucking dude, the Ephraimite wouldn't even look at me. I was like, damn, I must know why. He don't fucking matter. Why do I even care?
Right.
Exactly. He shouldn't even be looking at me anyway. In the kingdom of heaven, we gonna have a glorious light. These niggas gonna get, whoa.
Right.
They can't even look at the ground and bow and worship. You know?
The thing is, when you look at people, you're supposed to look at them as a collective. Like, you see a bunch of little small bugs and ants and stuff like that. You don't really notice that one ant. You see a bunch of them. That's how you're supposed to look at the people. As a bunch of, like, generals and stuff like that. Because you're not supposed to, how can I say, single them out because they're not important. You know, they don't matter.
We read earlier that we're supposed to be holy. We're supposed to be separate. Supposed to be separate from these people any day.
Yep.
In our thinking, in our behavior, in our way, in our day-to-day life. You know, we're just in the position of having to deal with certain of these people when we're on the job site or when we're out and, doing whatever we have to do in the world. We just tolerate them. But at the end of the day, we know they're insignificant. The only part that they play is for the Lord's destruction. That's the part that they play. Remember? We invest ourselves in salvation. We don't worry so much about how the ungodly shall be punished. Because they're gonna, the Most High gonna deal with them.
They'll receive their reward, yeah.
They're gonna receive their reward eventually. Why? It's not even worth your, energy.
Yep.
I remember you saying,
But remember, that's Satan trying to be putting in your mind to be worried about shit like that. That's why you gotta reduce those
Yeah, sure,
I
yeah.
remember you saying last week that this is nothing but noise. These people are nothing but noise and evil. That's all they are. It's just background. And I remember you said that.
Yep.
And we drown the motherfuckers out.
Yep.
This word is true because that's not what we concentrate on. We concentrate on Yahweh Shai. And he's doing it. You know? So yeah, they say shame and talk, and then what is it? Shame and honor and talk. You know, so hey, we care about the honorable word of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, which is prophecy, which is World War III,
Yep.
right? What's going on with the so-called assassination of the Iranian president? How people are being turned even more against America and Americans and what they stand for. You know, the different, political turmoil that's going on. We got the elections coming up.
Project 25.
Say again? Oh,
Right.
go into that. Go ahead.
Project 25. So Project 25 basically is going into Trump, taking everything that's in legislation now that's for people, stripping.
Right.
So
He calling for the death penalty for those who are so-called anti-Sim.
Yep. And also with Project 25, he said it jokingly, but he's like, yeah, you know, I will. He said, yeah, when he's in the Neo spirit, he was like, yeah, I'll have all power just for one day. That's all it takes is one day for him just to fuck shit up. To fuck shit up.
Right. Well, the right event would give him that power anyways. Executive orders, martial law going suspend. See, you got those different fucking auditors, man. They want to bring up the Constitution. You have, you know, the American people believing that they have so-called rights. You're gonna find out you ain't got shit.
That's what he said. He said
Because if the right event takes place, it'll give the commander-in-chief at the time executive powers. They don't got to go through Congress. They don't got to do nothing. They just got to start handing down orders, martial law. Meaning what? Martial means what? Who could tell me? There you go.
he said it in a joking way. That's what he said. He said, he's like, I'm not gonna be a dictator, but if I would, it'd only be for a day.
Well, guess what? He was the one that declared the national emergency in the first place. He's the one that declared it a pandemic. Right? He was behind Operation Warp Speed. He called himself the father of the vax, bro. Yeah, so he might be the guy. And we hope he's the guy.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, the last word was fruitless.
Fruitless, man. You niggas got no works. Y'all fruitless, like.
Hey, you know what you do with a tree that don't bear no fruit?
Yeah, that's right.
You uproot it, you destroy, you get rid of it.
Y'all lift me up. Yeah. So y'all paying. Read it back on the top. This was Psalm 13. And then we'll pass it.
You're messing everything up.
This is Matthew 21:19. It says, and when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing
But I don't know if
thereon
it's because of the
but
detox yet or
leaves only.
I don't know.
Man, this is basically
Sometimes my
superb.
people
It says, and found nothing thereon but leaves only, and said unto it, let no fruit grow on these
Yeah, this is part of those.
Damn.
That oppression right here.
Damn, there's a tree. There's a tree. Yeah. You got on this tree ever bearing fruit.
Hey, man,
That's how those that's when messing up their knees. Falling in that cover.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what happened.
It says, let no fruit grow on thee henceforth forever. And presently the fig tree withered away.
Damn.
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, and he too, man. Cause what the fuck? Like I said, if a tree, we want to eat from the tree. Ain't no point. If you fruitless, it's true. And the scriptures say, I see men as trees too. You know, so you niggas that fruitless, hey, y'all vain. You know.
Get Psalms. Matter of fact, I'll get it real quick.
Yeah. You know, y'all ain't giving no increase. There's no harvest. You know, we waiting at the end of the year. Ain't nothing there to take. We ain't getting no yield and shit. So what the fuck is it? You know what I mean? Might as well just get him out the way. So that's what the Lord gonna do. We got Muslims, we got Tanks, we got other niggas, we got other Edomites, other nations. We got
fruits, no works. Yeah. You're not gonna. He said you're not gonna be able to do no works forever.
Yeah.
So you can't even if you thought about doing right, you ain't for this.
Got a precept for y'all brothers. Real quick. And then finish Romans, and then this brother got a precept. So Psalm 1:1, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly,
Yes.
nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
That's right. Psalms 1.
But his delight is in the law of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai.
Damn.
And in his law doth he meditate day and night.
That's right.
And he shall be planted like Slaki, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water,
Yep.
that bringeth forth his fruit in his season.
That's right.
His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Yeah, if I could add, that's why there is a delight to following the laws, man. I know, and that's why like we get so upset that we can't follow it, that we fall short, because there's an honest delight when we follow the laws, man. That's you guys are basically saying like to not follow the law, basically telling us not to. But there's an actual delight in following it. You know, it's to our benefit. So we try to do according to what the Lord had commanded us to do, starting with the commandments.
That's part of that sacrifice.
Yep.
And we know it's for the betterment of our spirit.
Yep.
That's right.
It's for a purpose.
Romans.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Romans. It's Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
So we want to make sure that we are proving what is acceptable in the sight of our Heavenly Father. Okay, we want to prove what's acceptable in the sight of our my thing, when you measure what your actions are, what your behaviors are, things are through the scriptures.
Right.
That's forming or being transformed by the renewing of the mind. Not taking the shape and the form of the world. Right? You got to reprove the works of darkness.
Right.
But remember, it begins with you first. Your own house got to be in order.
Yep.
You got to get yourself in order.
Or even conforming yourself goes in not even just like your behavior, but even your behavior even brings an image too. Right? Because a certain look will start to produce certain behaviors.
Well, remember, before it becomes an action, it's a thought.
Yeah, that's right.
Before it becomes an action, it's a thought.
So conforming your mind to the way that the world perceives things and the outlook on things in a worldly sense, but then of course produce worldly action.
Yep.
So you're not supposed to conform your mind or fashion your mind to how the people are thinking, but transforming your mind on how the Lord thinks.
Right.
On how Yahweh Shai was conducting himself. And how, when you go into scriptures and read certain things that Yahweh Shai is saying, when you really sit there and ponder, you'll see the mindset behind what he was saying. You know? Mm-hmm. Telling to go out to the highways and byways, commanding Jake to push, to endure into the end. That's a mindset to have, in these times, man. Because if you not have the mindset to endure into the end, when shit hits the fan, your faith is gonna rock.
Right.
You're gonna fall to the wayside when the RFID comes, all right, when that C-hit comes. If your faith is rocky, you gonna end up taking the C-hit, man.
Right. That's why you can't afford to be double-minded.
That's right.
You're either with it or you're not.
That's right.
And the Most High prefers that you either be hot or cold. You're either gonna do it with all that you got. You're not gonna do it.
No,
Worst thing you can be is lukewarm. You can't make up your mind.
He said he'll spew you out of his mouth. Because anytime you even have a lukewarm drink, it's nasty.
No, he has
man.
an old
Come on,
one.
dog.
He's bad.
You don't want no lukewarm drink.
It's better, to know where somebody stands as opposed to somebody who can flip at any moment. No. Did the phone die?
No, we're good. Yeah.
Right, so it's good to know where you stand. Most High wants to know if you're about it. If you're about it, you're hot. Okay, if you're not about it, you're cold. Now I'm not.
I need the same.
Okay, and it's better. Matter of fact, it's going to tell you that it's better for you not to know than to have known.
That's right.
Right,
No.
and to go back into the ways that you were once involved.
Not with this.
Oh,
That's part of being lukewarm.
Wait,
Serious
that
you got, you will forever, no matter what. If you got this knowledge, you will forever be changed. You can't live a normal life. There's no such thing as living a normal life when you come in after coming into the faith.
Yep.
Because you know who you are, you know who the enemy is. You can't just suppress that. You could try, but it's always going to be presently there in your mind.
That's right.
I know it's in it because you got guys that were once a part of this, and for whatever reason they were offended, they went back into the world. Well, there's a part of them that's always got to reflect on the what if, right? And that's a big what if on their part.
Well, it goes into anxiety. Because now
Yep.
really
How the Lord gonna deal with me? That's a lot of what ifs.
like, dang, you're not pushing the word, but now in the back of your mind, because you remember the judgment that's supposed to be happening to you.
Right.
So that's why it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord. Because if you're a part of this work and you read in scriptures, brothers go to scriptures all the time about those that pick their hands up down and look
Back is not right.
not to be fit for the kingdom of heaven, they're going to be judged more. Then you go to the wayside, those scriptures going to be playing back in your mind all the way into your destruction.
Yep.
You're going to have individuals that was talking shit about Jake out here, about how Jake is going to get a C-hip. And then when that time comes, and since they fell out, they get in the C-hip. You don't think in the back of their mind, they go think, oh, damn, I got to miss him.
Right.
But I still gotta eat. You know, you never know what might. Next thing you know, they seeing brothers get beaten up. They're trying to take out the.
Right.
No, Lord, I was playing. Nah, bro. Like, Lord, you
Right.
made your bed.
Right. Instant regret, basically. It's instant regret and dread.
Just like last week, we said the spirit. Jake that took the jab. What did he say? After he took the jab, he felt like his faith was uneven.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
So you
That's
have
right.
individuals, same thing with the C-hip.
Yep.
You know, they're like, well, the Lord understand they take this C-hip. Not only is that sword gonna come upon them,
Right.
that faith, that so-called faith that they had,
Right.
that I feel like I don't believe anymore.
Right. Well, that's an example. That's the ultimate example of your unbelief right there.
That's right.
Because you got men, okay, and potentially a few sisters, but mainly the men that, guess what? They're gonna actually be in the position of being a martyr. They're gonna be summary executions, okay? And Trump, like I said, might be the guy. We all know that he's calling for the death penalty under certain scenarios. And remember, the guillotine is part of prophecy anyway. They,
It's lukewarm.
Yeah, it is, man.
It goes to show that America's Jewish, like the whole system of America is just fucking ridiculous. Cause that man shouldn't even be able to run for presidency and all that. But the whole thing is just, everything's just a joke, man. The whole thing's just a fucking joke.
Rome all over
Yeah,
here.
yep. Yeah. If you can't see that this place is fucking falling, man, you blind, man. Yeah. This kingdom is a joke.
Yep.
That's because these people are so full of pride. They said, put the pride in his heart, so we should bring it down to the ground.
Shit.
They thinking they can't fall because of the pride. What's the problem? We see the place that Babylon cannot be here.
Yeah, it's just it's cognitive dissonance. You know, bad things, they only happen in other places, in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not being circumspect. They don't have the eyesight. They don't have that gift of prophecy opened up to them. That's why they're able to fan the hand, sip on that little latte, whatever, go on about that thing.
Yep.
Guess what? All those conveniences that we're accustomed to, all the mirth, comfort, we already know it's dead. Every day we see it more and more. There's no joy here. There's no mirth. And you're fucking lying to yourself. It's all being unraveled. It's all coming undone. But it's going to be more present before you the more we move further along in prophecy.
Oh, got in the spirit prophecy right here.
Okay. And I don't want this brother to lose his
Oh,
point.
yeah, slide.
Brother, what you got real quick?
I got Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children. and
Yeah,
they
meaning
have-
stupid.
Yeah.
The word sottish means stupid. And that's Jake. You explain, Jake, to Israel the different breakdowns, and yet they still in that mindset of Amos, what is it, I think it's the 9th chapter, about the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Yep.
So that's how stupid Jake is. Why? They haven't been given the gift of faith. So they go on about doing their wicked acts. I think a brother quoted earlier about to do evil.
Us do evil.
Right, they're wise to do evil, right? So they're inclined onto doing whatever is in the heart.
Yep.
And we know that the heart itself is desperately wicked. It's part of that chain of darkness that we're in. You know, they're given over to the ways of the flesh.
Yep.
And they just can't see it. The reality is, when we speak to them the words of prophecy, they just can't see it. It's not that complicated. They just can't perceive that the power, the Creator, actually devised a beautiful plot and plan and scheme to raise up our enemies, put them in a position of power, put us on a lower position for the time being, and then undo all of that as part of that master plan. They just can't see that. They can't see where, the dynamics of rulership. Although it's throughout history, the dynamics of rulership. You have the rulers, right? The overlords. You got the vandals like we went into last week, and then you have the servants of the serfs. That's been pretty much predominant within any kingdom. You have the rulers, okay? You have the vandals, okay? And then you have the serfs or the servants. Name one kingdom that didn't operate like that. Okay, where you had rulers and you had subjects under the rulers. They have this
understanding of reality. Okay, that's what it comes down to. They don't have the understanding. They've been pacified to believe that the FRN notes that they have, you know, just because they have a little bit of purchasing power, that nothing that we're talking about applies to them. Take from the top, Doc. Take from the top.
That's Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Yep. And that's the reality of the matter. They have no knowledge. And then when you present to them the knowledge, they have no faith. And they're going to receive the ultimate penalty for that lack of faith. Because the evidence is clear. If you are in the know, the evidence is in abundance. And every day the Lord shows us more and more why this place has to be destroyed. And like you mentioned earlier, we yearn for it.
That's right.
We're in the spirit of hastening the coming of the day of the Lord. Okay? These niggas are over here trying to put the day of the Lord off. You know? Guess what? The day of the Lord is fast approaching. Listen, the scriptures talk about the end is nearer than when we believe. And we already know it's
15,
close.
12, second.
Good precept. All right, coming back this way. What we got?
Second
Okay.
Second Ezra 15 and 12 reads, Matazar in Egypt, where it shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with a plague and punishment that Yakalba shall bring upon you.
Because you said in the spirit that what this place, the mirth is gone.
The mirth is gone.
So what this place is going to mourn, because this is Egypt all over again. This place is going to mourn,
Right.
and the Lord's going to bring similar and same plagues that He brought in Egypt back to this place again.
Right. I'll even go on the record as saying, post, scandemic, ain't nothing feel the same.
Yeah,
We're gonna do this, the regular shit you might have once done. That shit don't feel the same though.
That's right.
Even for us, there's certain little things that you might have liked to do. It's like, fuck, like this shit. Yeah, it's like, come on, we need the kingdom. Yeah, it's even more. Like it's even more apparent that this place ain't shit.
That's right.
We already had that mentality. This ain't shit, but you like to do certain things, whatever, with your girl. Now, I mean, I be trying to feel like, man, I gotta keep it together. Just because I know she trying to enjoy whatever, meal. We might be going out and have a meal, whatever. But I internally, I'm just like, man,
Like,
Fuck out of here. Yeah, good.
Well, I don't want to be out, man. I don't want to fucking have nothing to do with nobody. Fuck this place. If it ain't the brothers. It ain't the video that I'm watching. What I'm doing and learning, I don't want to fucking do it. I want the kingdom. I don't want fucking nothing else, man.
That's right.
So even for us, that sensitive. These people, they can start to sensitive. Even though they got to try to convince themselves
That does not.
that it's the opposite. But that's their ignorance, They're walking in great ignorance, gross darkness.
That's right. It's more.
And that's what the flesh will have you fucked up like that. You start to sense things, you get a little bit of an inclination of something's not right, but then the flesh steps in and fucking all of a sudden you're doing a 180. You start to maybe turn the right way and then the flesh is like, do this, do that. But you're pacified again. That's why they keep pushing these different distractions in the media. Because it works. It's a method that works.
That's right.
They promote those different wicked spirits, and those spirits jump on these people and pacify them and get them back into a sedative state.
That's right.
Basically a state of sleep. But
Yep. This is Second Ezra 15:13. It says, "They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasted in hell, and with the fearful consolation."
If brothers are into agriculture, you know that even when it comes to the farmers, their crops are not producing. And it said from the blasted in hell and the constellations, and it goes to basically how they farm and what's his name, Gates of Hell and
Right.
shit.
He owns majority of the farmland.
Yeah, he done bought up all the land and shit. And so, and remember,
He's
also-
pushing.
Yeah.
And then simultaneously as he's buying up all the farmland, right? Which goes to show you this is all about control. It's all about
putting limitations on the people. So they have no choice but to go along with the agenda, which is to have total dominance and control over it.
That's right.
In place of the farming and the agriculture, they want to give you lab grown meat. They want to give you these different artificial GMO toxins and poisons.
On everything.
Death. They basically giving you death on a plate or in a package.
Not even that. Now it's well known in Wisconsin, they have a whole sandwich called the cannibal sandwich. That's salt.
That's
It's just crazy.
That's as crazy as calling water liquid death. That's as crazy as that, man. When water is supposed to represent vitality and life, refreshing, right? Rehydration. These man, Esau got to go. Because everything in this society that's being promoted is destructive in nature. He's complete. That proves that he's complete opposition and opposite of the Most High.
That's right.
He's anti-life.
Yeah,
He needs to be taken out. It says that if the Lord would not shorten the time, there shall no flesh be saved. At the rate that this place is going, that's completely accurate. They want to inundate you with all types of experimental drugs. They want to continue to spray the air with chemicals. You know, adulterate the food. Well, you can't call it food. You can't call it food. That's what it's saying. It ain't food no more.
That's right.
And like the other apostle Thomas said, we think basically the best
Worse.
Right.
That's why I'm on Spooky Boy. Yeah.
You gotta be paying attention really careful now and scrutinize the labeling. You know?
It's
It's
nigga.
bad that we live in a society
fucking
where
done
it
it.
has
It's
to
just
say all natural because motherfucking shit ain't all natural. Like what? So it's like how the hell ain't, you know? What is it then?
Super pasteurized.
Right.
Super fast.
Organic,
Damn.
non-GMO. Like they got a
But then it's seedless,
They got
seedless
literally
watermelon
advertised
organic.
food
Like,
that's
what?
supposed to be good for you to
Yeah.
you.
And they put a higher price on it.
They put a higher price on it, right?
And that can be a lie.
And it can be a lie. We know it is.
Yeah.
It's always a lie.
That's right.
It's all marketing.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Price like it.
Yeah.
Just real quick.
You know, hey, just lessons and lessons. So we're going to bring it right back. Just,
I'm gonna read it real
yeah,
quick.
come.
This is Jeremiah 51:25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's America. Babylon, which is heated by the Edomites. All right, the elite of the Edomites is Amalek, and they wicked, and they control all the banks,
Right.
and they control everything that's dictated here in our current world. You know,
Right.
that's the confirmation that they're trying to have us under that vibration of Satan.
Right. It was Amschel Bauer who said, "Give me control over a nation's money, and I care who makes its laws." Everything is basically being controlled by the banks. Who controls the banks? These top-level Edomites. Whether it be the Rockefellers, whether it be the Rothschilds, you know, these different banking families. DuPonts, Gettys, Oppenheimers. The Edomites are the ones that run the world well.
Shalom.
That's right.
Not a doing Latin water department.
He's doing that.
Like
He's a water truck, but he ain't pushing out the water.
Yeah, right. Shalom, but he ain't doing shit. Anyway, go on.
It says, behold.
We'll see. Maybe the Most High working on his mind.
Right.
You know, we'll see.
Yeah, he for the water department. Lord willing, get this
Yeah.
water.
Now, yeah. He exactly. He got to get the real water now.
That's his crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Because our water is polluted in this damn city.
That's right.
So,
Oh, and that's another. Well, that's another thing.
right?
That's another thing. All the different chemicals that they put in the water to essentially,
So-called treated.
yeah. But remember, there's always going to be traces of pharmaceutical drugs. It's like
Actually, birth control in the
yeah,
water. and
birth,
shit.
contraception. There's all types of different trace elements, poisons and toxins within your water supply. That's why even after they go to the treatment plant, it's still encouraged that you actually buy a water filter.
And you know, that's twofold too, because there's a lot of cats out here and they have poison in their water because the water represents, the truth. So
Right.
we got to filter out a lot of these people.
Right.
You know,
Well, that's why I'm on the
cats,
spins right now. I'm drinking my little detox tea. You know, for anybody who's wondering what I'm drinking. You know, I got to pull out those damn fucking chemicals,
Heavy metals,
and toxins, and heavy metals.
Yeah, they said that every male has microplastics in its
Everybody,
bones.
yeah, everybody.
Like that's
God damn,
this
bro.
is
Forever,
crazy,
forever
man.
chemicals,
Yeah, yep.
you know, fuck people up. Everything that comes in plastic, fucking people up. It's literally the embodiment of death. Everything in here is
Fixation of
destroyed.
spirit.
Go ahead, bro.
Come on, it says, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain." Said Yahweh. He's against this place. Man. Both sides not doing this place at all.
Because a mountain represents a government.
Right.
You know, a rulership specifically, and the Edomite rulership that the Bible says is the Amalekites.
Yep. Yep.
The Amalekites, specifically the chief of
The Edomites,
Amalek
yep.
is the Rothschild.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You know, that family line has caused.
And they know that, Slacky brother, they know that the Edomites, which is why they put out that lie about the ooze,
That's right.
the ooh-ahs. Anyway. Go ahead.
It says, "Said Yahweh." It's like, "I am against thee, O destroying mountain," said Yahweh.
And what are they destroying? They're destroying the earth, the Lord's people. When the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. They're destroying these nations. You know? Oh yeah, they're polluting space, man. They're polluting space. That's how you know this is specifically talking about the Edomites.
If not, who is it?
Yeah, he the one causing all this space debris and everything, man. Actually, putting trash out in the outer space and waste. And what do you think that they do with all this, like all these different nuclear reactors that melted down and these different, they actually put that, yeah, all that, well, nuclear waste, they actually, the way that they do that, man, just look into it. I don't go too far off topic. They are the devil, man. They're the devil.
Yeah, you know, these large oil tankers that transport oil from one
Right.
to
Oh,
the next.
that's another
They
example.
got oil dripping out of the ship. Because I saw a National Guard rescue like 12 people that was stuck in the water. They pulled themselves in the fucking
Right.
boat. Their whole body was filled with oil.
Right.
The ship leaving the slimy trail wherever they go.
That's like that fucking wicked ass Dawn commercial. Here it is. You got this
Commercial Dawn, the power of Dawn, where they show you the ability of how it can cut through grease. And one of the main elements of their advertising is taking a little baby duck covered in oil.
Yeah.
Well, how the hell did that duck get covered in all that damn grease, grime, and oil in the first place? They showing you that they're responsible. Okay? For all that pollution. Right? But remember, problem, reaction, solution. And never let a good crisis go to waste. They're always coming up with ways to not hold themselves guilty and justifying it,
Make money.
making money, and then turning around and putting more oppressive measures on the people. So that's that destroying mountain. Go ahead, Art.
It says, "Said Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth."
Wow. So it summarized it for us.
Yeah, the scriptures speak about the earth is defiled under the inhabitants.
Isaiah 24, right?
But you said, we said last week, the earth is a living organism.
That's right. It is.
And people don't look at it like that, but it's an actual living organism.
How do you know that? Look at the trees. What the trees themselves, they actually thrive off of the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and it actually produces the oxygen that we breathe.
That's right. The blood of the earth is the
It's
oil.
a symbiotic relationship. It's actually a storm.
Yeah.
Right? That's why if you do so much wickedness, the earth itself will do what?
The fuck you
Will
up.
fucking spew you out.
That's right.
Canaanite.
That's right.
Old start, everything. Spirit of the animals.
Start turning up. Yeah.
Right.
All that is not.
Why do you think we have so much fucking pestilence out here? You've been fucking with their environment. Now, what choice do they have? They invade places of,
Yeah.
dwelling.
That's right.
You think that coincidence? Those are plagues. Those plagues are there because everything's out of its course. It's a curse. That's a fucking curse to have mice, roaches, and all other types of different, what they call household bugs. No, there shouldn't be no such thing as a fucking household bug. You shouldn't need to call no fucking exterminator.
And it still don't go away.
Yeah. Or you get rid of one pest, just for another one to show up.
Or
Household centipedes, household spiders. All this, that's madness, man.
or even the way you might build the houses, because I was
Well,
talking.
that's true. The construction of it, the elements used, right.
I was talking to my uncle. He's from the Ivory Coast. He's Levi. He was just talking about the houses, how they build them. He was like, we build our houses with stone, and so we don't get termites. So like the people in America, they usually build them stuff with wood.
Right.
So they get termites, and then the house get weak.
Right.
Also the way they build houses, and not just over there in Africa, but over like really all the tribes outside of America, the way they build their houses is almost like a dome. So when weather comes, or you might have a shaking of the earth, when weather comes, the house doesn't cave in on itself.
Right.
Man. You know, versus Esau, he got to have everything in a rectangle, or a box shape. Knowing damn well if something happened, that shit gonna lean the fuck over, man. You know, it just tells you that this man's adverse to the natural way of life, man. You know?
Yeah.
And the cause, the effect of it is what? Death.
That's right.
Then they put lead in the paint. And that's what the child's development.
Yeah, breathing it in. All that, man. His death was destruction. He's death. He is of death, man. You know? The harbinger of death.
The harbinger of death.
He's even so-called white man.
That's crazy.
Started off with Emily. I always say that, man. Hey, she from Emily.
Yeah, these businesses, like I said, he talked about the termites and all that. You know, these people operating a lot of these businesses in condemned buildings. They're not really up to code, but Esau just, allowed them to stay and operate in business, just obviously the profit, taxes, etc.
Look at New York. New York is a great example of that. Yeah. They have freaking a building collapse damn near every other. I mean, the way it's been going.
Another thing
that all the restaurants downtown got rats in them.
Oh,
yeah. Go down like 4 o'clock in the morning. You had to throw like a plate in the alleyway.
Right.
That's all the rats.
Right. You want to see some decrepit ass buildings? Go to Atlantic City. It's like, how the fuck are they still able to operate? Ceiling tiles falling from the fucking roof, walls split. It's like, what the fuck? They're able to sell food and hold vents in? The fuck
There's
is
a
going on?
hole in the wall, bro.
All these things also are harbingers for spirits.
Yeah.
Because when you have an unclean area, demons come with that.
Mold, mildew,
Yeah, all that. There's
the
a reason
creepy
why the Lord
things,
even said like to be. That's why in spirit was to be cleanly is to be godly. Because once you keep a certain upkeep of things, you won't get like you won't get them household critters,
right,
and stuff. You know.
Yeah, you burning egg incense and all that in the crib. It's like a pest repellent. You know.
I remember the age when they was getting asbestos up. Remember they was hiring people. It took like 10 years. They was getting asbestos out of everywhere. The buildings, your houses, your companies. It was like an asbestos epidemic.
Yeah, because they use hazardous materials to build it.
Right. And those are them, it's twofold. Because they're cutting corners. They're trying to be so-called cost effective, being cheap, being devil. Right? They don't really, they know usually over a period of time what the effects are, but they keep it private.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't really release it right away.
Or it's in fine, because now they can't do that. So
they use deceptive language.
Yeah, fine print that you fucking can't read.
But that's how we know. Right. Well, hey, that goes back to prophecy, where we're bound by these different contracts. We have these adhesion contracts. Everything comes with terms and conditions. So they're not liable because they know they're taking advantage of people. They know they're deceiving them. They know that they're actually killing these people, but they don't want to be held liable. Again, it goes back to not holding themselves guilty.
That's right.
Right? Whether it was for our captivity or for what he's doing to the earth, he holds himself not guilty. Through these different contracts. You sign a contract, you can't sue me. I'm not lying. Nigga. What about morality? What about not doing those things that are,
that are wicked,
that are evil, that are destroying people? You know?
I remember cigarettes.
That's again, that goes to show you he's the devil.
Remember they put the surgeon tag on the cigarettes so you can kill you. Now you can legally kill yourself.
Right.
If it was on the cigarettes maybe about 15, 20 years ago, they said we're going to let you know it can kill you. Now you can still smoke.
Well, once they got everybody addicted to the damn substance, they could put that label on there and not worry about sales.
because they already got everybody else doing so.
That's right.
But anyway, let's get back into the scripture.
Yeah. Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 13. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasted and hail, and with the fearful consolation.
Because even consolation goes into prepping. So even the prepping process is fucked up, man. Because of not only who is giving them the seeds, all right? Because now we got all the real seeds are locked up over there in the votes for the elites, man. You know? Yeah, they got a whole a vote over there that they have the real seeds and then giving these people these seedless fruits and stuff, man. So hey, it shows you even the farmers, their livelihood is going out of business, man. You know, this is all what the Egypt going into mourning and going down, man. Going downhill, circling the drain.
Yeah, and he'll corrupt your seeds too. You know,
yeah.
with spraying obviously all of different chemicals. And then if say for example you have it that you are having organic, right, produce and stuff. And then say for example they find and test that you have that different traces of these different pesticides, and then they oh no, fine. And shut your shit down. And then now you in debt too, you know, just to restart up and everything. You know, they say you false advertising. You know, and they pretty much have you trying to force you to conform, you know, to the NWO, which really they want to control all of the
They want to
farming.
control everything. They want to control
everything.
all aspects of life, right down to you.
Yeah, no independence.
They treat people like commodities.
Yep.
That's why they got the Neuralink to control.
Right.
This the spirit kind of going what y'all are talking about toxins and stuff like that. It's right on my damn home screen from Newsbreak, right? It says Newsbreak, dozens of weed products recalled due to toxic mold linked to lung infections.
Yeah, so now niggas that's
Good. Well, that's actually a good thing.
Yep.
That deserves a hand clap. Good. I'm sick of that fucking demon, man. I'm sick
says
of that fucking
dozens
demon.
of weed products recalled due to toxic mold linked to lung infections.
telling you niggas smoking Reggie, man.
Yeah. I just went by nigga. He got them these smoke stops everywhere.
Bro, you step outside, that's the only thing you fucking smell anymore.
Yeah.
Some goddamn fucking
Yep.
weed.
I'll read a little bit more specifically.
They said yesterday that weed for the first time overtook Reggie.
Damn.
Overtook Reggie.
Damn.
What? So
Hey.
niggas is smoking more than drinking?
So that's how you know it's a
Shit.
demon.
That's crazy.
Falling out a multitude to
Yeah, 'cause
do
it seems
evil.
like-
Actually, yo, what's crazy is the amount of people that say, no, I don't drink, I'll buy smoke. It's crazy. Like, I hear that a lot. You know, you offer someone a job, I don't, like this one dude at the job, Jake. He don't fight. He had invited us over on some stuff like that. I think it was like whatever, right? I brought he had just got a house, so I brought him like a bottle. He's like, oh man, I don't drink. But this dude's smoking. Like bro, what the fuck? Like that don't even make no damn sense. You know? They like, yeah. So like that makes sense that a lot of people are taking up that weed and not, you know.
Yeah, it's like a fad. Like everybody into drugs. Like niggas, we wasn't like that.
And then the fucking them damn pens, man, them weed pens. Everybody hitting them
Yeah,
damn
that
weed
vape
pens.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. Oh, this is fine, dude.
Yeah.
This shit got stuff that's irreversible.
A lot of them vapes are.
Yo, people made that a whole argument. Now they're all being found out to be a bunch of dummies. Yeah.
Lungs collapsing and shit.
And y'all know they lacing weed
Some
with
of them
fentanyl.
pens was what exploded in people's faces too.
That's right.
Videos of that. It's crazy. Yeah.
You hear what I say, Elder? They're lacing weed with fentanyl now.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so because a lot of you niggas ain't getting that same hit. Y'all chasing them with different highs. Now they putting the more harder drugs, substances into the damn whatever you thinking that, oh, this is all that. This shit is all synthetic, nigga.
Yep. That's right.
So now you niggas is getting all hard shit. That's why they call weed a gateway drug.
Right. Just because Esau gave you the medical pass, all right, doesn't mean that there's always been an ulterior motive. Y'all people didn't figure that out yet. The moment that the devil tells you that you can do something, you should be weird. Remember, never trust nine in it.
That's right.
Got me a quick precept on that.
Yeah, quick. It's quick. Go ahead and read.
Real quick. Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do either evil, neither shalt thou speak in the cause to define, submitting to rest judgment.
Straight to the point, brothers. Straight to the
All these
point.
jigs. following after each other, doing evil, man. Smoking weed, that's a fad, like folks say.
Yeah, so this is 2nd Esdras 15 and now 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe means destruction and death. That's right. Okay. Unto them in the world, man. And them that dwell therein. Okay.
For the sword and their destruction draw nigh.
We know a sword is an instrument of death. Okay. What it means, it may actually be actual sword. The modern day sword is a gun, a crowbar.
Is that a crowbar? An axe? Yo, I don't know what the hell. I don't know if it was a transitioner or whatever. Carrying an axe. And he had an Edomite walk in the convenience stores in the convenience store. And he gets to the register, he's like looking down, he sees the axe, and he's like smiling. And so he's standing at the register, and this woman standing at the register, right before they get ready to leave, this thing, I don't know what it was. Freaking reached back and caught him right in the face, and it started leaking. Then he hit the woman, I think, in the back or something like that. He fucking hit her 2 more times with a fucking axe.
That's a
These people are bugging the hell out, man.
Hey, there's a video, it was kind of funny, I wanted to send brothers. There's this nigga in a wheelchair, he's disabled. He has no arms. Pulls into the weed shop with his damn remote power chair, and then proceeds to rob the money.
How he doing? He grabbing his face
with his feet.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Gun with his feet and cocks it back and everything. I'm like,
yo, Jake be taking evil to a whole nother level. Nobody would have thought of doing that shit.
Yeah, that shit, I ain't even heard nothing like that.
And like, look, the crazy part about it, as soon as I know Jake is crazy and wickedness,
Right.
it looked like he was proficient with the gun.
Damn.
with the gun.
fucking A1
Damn.
But that goes
with
to
the
show,
toes.
the scriptures say a sword, any killing instrument, man, in these times, man. Put that one more time for me, baby.
Yup, so it says 2nd Esdras 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
So a sword and the destruction draweth nigh. Remember, also Esau-Edom is the sword of the Lord, man. So the Lord has this man brewing up destruction for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't want to turn back.
Right, he's a sword of the Lord, like you said, and we're in the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And he's going to utilize that sword. He wasn't given that sword for naught. He's going to use every weapon in his arsenal against Jake. As he's been doing, it's just going to accelerate.
Elon Musk is outside of Neuralink. He got the whole fucking robot thing going on.
Right, you got robot dogs.
Robot dogs, and they said those robots and stuff are going to be released into the public by 2025.
Right. Well, they already started releasing robots into these different stores and stuff.
Stadiums.
Yeah.
The ones that they have in the stadiums too. And a bunch of them are like that's going to be walking around in general public.
Right.
Those Tesla ones and stuff that can actually walk like a regular human being, move his fingers like a person,
right,
pick stuff up, like do regular human shit.
Right.
You're gonna start seeing that next year in public places.
Right.
Yeah, you got in Japan, you got robots serving
I was just thinking about that. Yeah.
They get waitresses.
Yep.
Yeah, they got that one store. At this one, they got this one robot at it's called Tom's Dim Sum along 11th Street in Philly. They got like those little robots that serve you your food and stuff like that.
Right.
And the waiter can come get the food and put it on the table and all that. They already got robots.
They got robots out in these stores monitoring the products that are on the shelves for the purposes of stock. You know, there's a technical term it almost came to me. But anyway, yeah, they're measuring everything. Goes all outward space. Inventory. They're taking inventory.
Yeah, I remember I seen that shit at Giant Supermarket.
I remember it's got double purpose.
But why the fuck do they got like these loud ass fucking loudspeakers in all the parking lots of these
of Walmarts and Sam's Clubs? Well, during the pandemic, remember during the pandemic when you was going to Walmart, they would say on those loudspeakers, make sure you have your mask on before you come in. You don't think that's for martial law, man? You know, because we all know Walmart is going to be the main corporate to help people in the FEMA camps.
Right, it's on record. They work very closely with
FEMA.
Yep.
You know?
DHS.
All these things are becoming to pass.
Just like these different social media
Shit,
platforms
I didn't think
work
about
with the
that.
CIA.
Yeah.
They're just no more than databases for Esau's different intelligence agencies.
That's right. That's right. You want that, baby?
Yep.
Right, and that's just gradualism. See, they get you, like they come up with these movies to sensitize people. They get you to be in your emotions about these things, not realizing that the ulterior motive is he's going to be using technology like this to put your ass in subjection. Yep.
Oh, the one Boston Dynamics got that one robot that's doing backflips and parkour.
Yeah, right.
You niggas ain't getting away from that. I'm sorry.
Well, in the series Black Mirror, they showed you the capabilities of these different robotics. And basically, those dogs were, you know,
Chasing them. That's in Bandersnatch.
yeah, they had all these capabilities, and they were relentless.
Yeah, you couldn't get away, tracking them.
That's why the Lord don't have to lift up the standard against the Edomites, because that's what we're fighting against. You think that's a joke? How the fuck you just flesh, man? And you subject to getting sick, all types of things happen to you just on a daily basis. Now you have these different forms of the sword coming up against you. And you weak because you ain't got no food, by the way. There's all these things that is going to come down, man, from the Most High.
That's right.
Yeah, they indestructible and they sharpshooters.
Yeah.
You know,
They shot basketball.
And they can operate for days.
Nah, I don't think so. But yeah, they designed to kill. That's the point.
No, last year one of the robots almost killed one of the scientists. It was an article. They was building it and it took control of itself. And it
was in Japan.
blood from one of the scientists. He almost died.
Yeah, he was in Japan. No, he did die.
He
Yeah,
did
the
die.
robot killed him. Yeah.
They killed him, so they can't control him like they think they control him.
Yeah, and they got drones too.
Yeah.
They got drone warfare going on in Ukraine right now. So the war, America is a virgin door to Babylon. Like they never experienced war. The type of war that's happening in Ukraine with drone warfare, you can't even fathom how they using drones to kill.
Yep.
You can't see it, so it's out there. Next thing you know, you fucking
Yep.
Yup. So it says, if one people shall stand up and fight against another.
And race riots, even not just race riots, but class riots too.
Yep.
I know
Class
brothers.
wars.
I need to go watch it, but I know some brothers seen the movie, the Civil War movie that came out. He's like, oh come on, man, I'm American. On top of American.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, shit. You know, that's the time that we live in.
Yeah.
And they could be like, what type of American are you? Because best believe there's gonna be a civil war in America.
Right.
You know, those them Proud Boys and all of them type of Edomite spirits and stuff, they go link up together.
Right.
Them patriotic type Edomites.
Right.
Because that's what happened in Rome too. You know,
Yeah.
those that were about the establishment, it's all happening all over again, man. You know, they buck up against the so-called government at that time. We're going to see that. That happened in the movie Bushwick.
Right.
What they found out, they think it was an outside attack from outsiders. Them motherfuckers was from Texas. You know, attacking New York. So all these things are gonna come to pass, man.
And these cities are going to be the worst place to be at. This is where the most violence will happen in these cities right here. This is where it's going to kick off, in the city.
That's right.
The city shall be troubled because they walk in pride.
What was that movie with Ethan Hawke? Just came out last year, Netflix.
Oh, you talking about the
Cars started crashing into each other.
Yeah, the Teslas and all that.
The
Yeah,
Teslas started crashing into each other.
with the
Yeah, no,
Jake,
just escape me.
with the Jake.
Yeah, the Obamas had a part.
Yeah, I love that movie. That movie.
But remember, they were trying to get out from the vacation home and they were trying to head toward the city. And you could see that all that shit was fucked up. It was destroyed. They weren't getting nowhere.
Leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind, the water. Yeah, where did it start? I'm just backing up. They know that. They know everything's going to start in the cities. These cities were designed for shit like that. Everything's in... Say again?
The boats?
Oh, the boats? Right.
The
Right.
airplanes?
That cargo ship? Yeah.
Falling out the sky.
Sky? Right.
All of that is going to happen, man.
Yeah.
Esau has to do these things to make the people panic. And then he's going to bring a solution.
That's right. That's right. All right.
everything on the grid.
Everything's on the
And
grid.
remember,
Network.
like it just goes with the whole internet thing. You know? Now everything on digital, like everything.
Right. Oh, and there was some coming out where basically Esau's intelligence agencies were studying how this hacked into and take over.
Yep.
That reminds me of the movie Upgrade.
Yep.
That's how that whole
Shit.
started.
Yeah. I forgot about
They
that.
told the car to go home. Remember, these cars like basically
Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla. Remember, they didn't have a lot of problems with them doing their own thing. There was a video I just saw, this you said it, I'll get back into my main point. It did it detected the fucking train ahead, and I think they had I don't know if they overrid the manual mode, but you could see they almost fucking smashed right into that train. They were approaching, and all of a sudden it went sideways, or I don't know if it actually hit it a little bit or what. But the proof in what the brothers are saying is they show you these things, how they want everything hooked up to a grid, the Internet of Things, everything integrated on the network, so they can control it. But that's how that movie Upgrade started. That was my main point.
Well,
definitely gotta watch it because it goes into basically chipping you too.
Yeah.
With the chip that they call
STEM. Yep.
And it took over the guy's mind. It first was a benefit, a miracle. It was miraculous because he was basically immobile, and it allowed him to stand, walk, and do all the things he normally would do. And then, guess what? At the end of the thing, it became destructive.
Yep.
That's exactly Esau's technology.
Yep.
Always on trigger mode, always an end.
Yep.
Well, there's another movie where I forget the name of it, but it's what happens is the guy's in his Tesla-looking car, and his Tesla's talking to him. He's talking to the Tesla basically, and what happens is there's a fucking truck in front of him, like a garbage truck, and the car is going like 200 miles per hour because the driver's on his own.
Right.
And he's like, yo, there's a truck ahead. You got to turn. And the car is like, I don't see what you're talking about. He's like, no, there's a truck in front of me. I don't see what you're talking about. And then what? Smashes straight and the car basically collapses and stuff.
Right.
Well, you know what Esau tries to do in the movie? Try to download his consciousness into a fucking computer and shit, to where he's like, damn, am I alive still? Oh, I'm in the computer.
Wait, was that that movie with the robots or something like that? What was that movie?
I think so.
Is that chat? That's not chat. What was the movie where they basically they did download people's consciousness into a robot and they had everything that they remembered and all that in a robot and all that?
There's a couple movies like that.
That was
That was in Black Mirror.
That was also in
Yeah,
Black
Black
Mirror,
Mirror,
right?
yeah.
But that proves that basically they're trying to be like the Most High and achieve eternal life through technology, but it ain't been given to them.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, they transcended. That's cool.
And then
Transcendence, okay.
and then the thing
I'll
too,
check that one out then, definitely.
you had that game made by Ubisoft, Watch Dogs, where it was all about like the whole grid that could be hackable.
Yeah.
So like you would like
yeah.
hack the fucking the lights. You would literally go into a car and like, cause now remember like even my car I can unlock it with my phone. Right. So that type of technology is hackable, right? So like that only opens up a way for what a certain cyber attack, right? So they can easily create a certain event where everything kind of the grid goes down or whatever, or the grid gets hacked or something happens, and now now look at
Martial law now.
Yep.
Right, yeah. Or an EMP attack takes everything off the grid. Because if everything's connected, it's all, based off of, this technology digitally, right? Electricity. They fry them damn servers or whatever. Then everybody's powerless and they have to conform out of fear, like you said. What are we going to do, right? There's so many things that are going to affect society when things like that happen.
You can't start your car because the starter is
Right. Yep.
You can't watch TV, no internet.
No internet.
Go to your local FEMA camp to survive.
Your food, no food because it's all refrigerated, all this perishable goods that you got in your refrigerator, that's not going to last. So that's why you better hope you an Israelite and that you are of the elect of Yahalba Shem Yahushua. So you ain't repent. You better repent, get yourself right with the Lord. Okay, apply these scriptures. Do accordingly. Do accordingly is my advice. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Kind of read through whatever you got quick.
Yep.
About ready to end.
Yeah, so Yeah, so it says, for the sword and destruction draw nigh, one people shall stand up and fight against another, the swords in their hand. But there shall be sedition among men and invade one another.
Sedition, uprisings against the government. We're already seeing that right now in other countries that happen here in America.
Right, rebellious speech, right? Sedition.
That's right.
It's in the site, rebellious speech. Yeah, you got, remember the whole motto or the whole spirit right now is to do what? Take back America. That's the mantra right now. We gotta take America back. We gotta take it back. You know? That's inciting rebellious speech.
That's the Civil War we were talking about.
Yeah.
You got elder brother Yakalba from New York. He did this last night on the RT News with the article Secession movement advances in U.S. states. Another Oregon country has voted to break away and become part of the neighboring item. We got differences between the unions.
Yep.
You know that a house that's divided can't stand.
Texas did that, right? You got Florida, right? DeSantis. Yeah, he
Even California too. California and Texas are linking up.
Yeah, like the prophecy, second Isaiah 19 talk about Egyptian resistance.
Yes.
Hey, the Lord must have everything righteous, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, don't rule this because
Yeah.
Get out.
Remember, because once those things happen, everything's gonna be expedited.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
You're right.
Look, midnight is almost upon us, man.
Con. That's right.
The midnight, I would say early in spirit, midnight. It's a dark time, but it's the transition from the night to the day.
That's absolutely correct.
You know, we're looking forward to the midnight going on to the day. The day is the kingdom of heaven.
Right. Yeah, there's a saying that I'll never forget when I was coming up in elementary school and I was doing mathematics. And I was trying to figure out these equations. And I looked up at the clock, and at the clock it said, time will pass, will you?
Oh, damn. Yeah.
That encouraged me like a motherfucker too. I'm like, I gotta get these equations. I mean, I gotta pass. I don't want to, be left behind or whatever.
That's right.
So the time's gonna pass. It's gonna transition.
That's right.
But what side of the country we gonna be on this?
Yeah, that's right. The Lord's will.
Yeah.
You probably the elect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the movie was entitled "Leave the World Behind" because this is Esau's world.
That's right.
The world's gonna be left behind.
That's true. It's that Esau's the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
You know, something about that movie? The only person in the right spirit was the goddamn daughter.
She left.
Yeah, like,
She wanted to watch some movies and shit.
she was like, Pops, you over here trusting these goddamn Edomites and shit. What the fuck are you doing? Like, she was the only person in the right spirit. Like, why are you trusting
That girl,
these
yeah.
Edomites, man?
Oh, you're talking about the Jake girl? Yeah.
Yeah, man. That made me mad as hell. I was like, why is a woman in the right spirit and you not, man?
Esau was witchcraft, man.
Yeah. Does it say a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be?
City lockdowns,
Yeah.
road blockages, checkpoints, all that.
Right, and they do that, by the way, like brothers who do travel, they know that. Like, I'll give you an example. When I try to take the turnpike sometimes, the section for cars, they be closing that the fuck off. You gotta take the section of the trucks and everything, everybody on that one stretch of highway on 95. Brothers who know travel, they could be doing shit just like that. They could easily blockade that stuff. It's nothing. They got everything in place where they can just do that. You don't have access. You're not gaining access.
All they gotta do is run a barge to a bridge and knock the joint down. Flip a tank over under the expressway and burn the expressway.
Good, Shalom. How you doing? But yeah, and then they keep messing with main
Major arteries,
They
It
keep
took them a whole year to fix 95.
Yeah, I was just thinking of. Yeah, they just announced that. That's fully reopened.
Yeah.
The day it happened, because I live literally right down the street from it. We was wondering what the smoke was in the morning, and we saw the motherfucker on fire. It's just like, that's the week I got my damn surgery. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's crazy.
The shit collapsed. I was like, oh, that's a play move right there.
Remember, we know that the worm covers them and spread underneath them. That decay. So these places are already naturally ready to give out. It's only a matter of time. But then Esau is expediting it by this different,
Bridges and
he plots and scheming.
Hey, I can see Esau in spirit damn blowing these bridges from Jersey to Philly, man.
Yeah,
They're gonna run everything into a bottleneck.
Yep.
Force everybody to take basically one road out of the city.
Right.
And then they're gonna be at the checkpoints scanning who they want to leave.
Right. Well, I forget all the info on this, but actually these different road signs, that was all that smoke coming from.
Yeah, that nigga's father.
Anyway, on these different signs, on the back of them are different color codes. Okay? Them color codes supposed to dictate to
What route to take.
yeah, exactly. You already know what I'm talking about. Which route
They got it in DC. Remember we went down DC, they had all the signs down there? Yeah.
because they expected it. That's why would they do something like that? Because they anticipated things like that. Major routes are going to be disconnected, so you're going to have a sense of navigation. Things are going to be set. For most people, things are going to be offline. They can do it in the fucking movie. Leave the world behind. People can get to the fucking little road to get to town for nothing. He was totally relying on a GPS. You know how people live.
Yeah, and
They have to rely on the GPS. Turn left, turn right, turn left. You know, they have to actually rely on that. They fucking barely look up to see where the fuck they're at. They just whatever that says, that's what they do.
they already got UN troops coming through the border down Texas that basically know how to cripple a city.
Yeah.
They basically experts at war know exactly what to do on how to cripple a city.
Even that, brother, when I was in North Carolina, I lived in Fayetteville. Fort Bragg is right there. When I was working at a coffee shop, there was a dude that came in. He said he was military. He had a full fucking beard. And I know, because my father's military, you can't have a full fucking beard in the military. I was like, and then on top of that, he had a fucking weird accent. I was like, oh,
Yep.
you're a fucking gray. You're overseas, motherfucker.
Right.
I know exactly why you're here.
Right.
He's like, special forces, motherfucker. I know exactly why you're here. He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm just here. They got me stationed here. Yeah, he's one of them people that's gonna tear them cities up.
Right.
Gathering intelligence want to be in daytime. You come out gathering intelligence.
Zion, I don't move that slow.
Yeah.
I be already.
That's
Yeah. You know, back in the car, truck and all that.
How much more we got of that, brother?
This, I think 17
Okay.
Yep, and it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
So because of their pride, it's not talking about what the city itself being prideful. It's talking about the people in
Right.
the city.
What makes up the city is the people.
Yeah, the people, man. Their pride, them thinking that they're of something and they're not.
Well, the word city itself goes back to citizen. Yep.
So the citizens of the city, they're so prideful, the Lord's gonna bring them down. They got a haughty spirit, haughty look about them. They don't care about the Lord at all, especially so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans.
Right. They don't think that this level of destruction we're talking about is going to ever take place.
That's right.
Not in their lifetime. All that other bullshit.
The Lord's gonna make you eat your words.
Right. They think that Trump is going to be that great hope if he gets back in the office.
Yeah.
These people are fucking delusional, man. They're under a strong delusion.
Well, a lot of people believe anybody better than fucking Biden right now, so they'll throw anybody in there.
Yeah.
You know.
But anyway, go ahead.
But they root for that. Do
Yep,
Trump.
It says, the
At their own demise.
shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, their houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. You know, for lack of bread, for lack of food, for lack of water. All these things, no money. You can't even spend the damn money. Okay? Because you already know the cash is going to be obsolete in that day. Right? People are going to be what? Destroyed for not having this word.
Right. It's virtually already obsolete, brother. That's why almost 90% of the currency is digital.
That's right. You're right.
People didn't put that together when they had this whole thing go down about you weren't able to buy certain things unless you had exact change.
Yeah.
You wanted to use within credit cards, different digital coin shortages, all this other bullshit, showing you right there, proving that that was all just the forerunner for what's about to come next.
Scanning up the forehead with the temple.
Yeah, I actually worked at a job temporarily that they did that. They didn't just have like the arm thermometer or where they scanned that. You actually had to step up. You had to get in place. You could see the heat signatures on the screen. You had to match your face with it, and it's scanning your face. Not only gave your temperature, but you had to be in a certain position. Shit was fucking evil. I got the fuck up out of there real quick. Not just because of that, part of that, but just it was a fucking shitty ass job. I had to get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, and the people are programmed already. So once they fall, once they shut the cities down, you already gonna know what to do. 6 feet.
Yep.
Put your forehead right here.
Yeah, they
That was
condition
exercise.
people. Right.
So training exercise.
That's right.
You went to boot camp, you learn how to
It's a
do
test run.
certain drills,
Right. Yep. Prelude.
Yeah, I shot.
So hey, and then once those things start to happen, the mandation of the sea hip is not far behind. It's Revelation the 13th chapter, right? And then what's behind that? And the destruction, as well as the salvation of the hopeful elect.
Right.
So we're gonna end it on that. Panya. Okay, Hakwadum. We want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. We want to give honors unto our apostles and things. Double honors, in fact, unto our elders. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right.
Shalom.
Kwam Yashalom.